calling officials cheaters or corrupt, it's not a game.
Insulting referees, it's not a game.
Threatening officials, it's not a game.
Berating young umpires, learning the ropes, it's not a game.
Violent language in the stands, it's not a game.
Verbal abuse from the sideline, it's not a game.
Screaming at a referee in the parking lot, it's not a game.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Manchester University as we bring you the Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference football game of the week. The Spartans this afternoon searching for their first win. They come in at 0-4 on the season, 0-1 in conference play. They'll be hosting the Fighting Engineers of Rose-Hulman. They're currently 2-2. 1-0 in the conference. Today's game being brought to you in part by the Morales Group, building better futures one story at a time. Aspen Creek Grill, why go anywhere else for delicious food? Burtner Electric, providing quality electrical services in central Indiana. Boilermaker 374, we're second to none in quality and performance. Clean Slate, inspired innovation that moves business forward. Piper Logistics, from warehousing to transportation and everything in between. And by Drumstick Dash 2023, move your feet so others can eat. Troy Darengowski along with Coach Myers, and we are with you on a beautiful afternoon. It really does feel like fall for the first time today. And, Coach, tell you what, one thing we know today is Manchester would love to get a win. They're certainly behind the eight ball a little bit here today against a Rose-Hulman team who piled up some big numbers last week against Anderson. But one thing you're going to have to do is score some points here this afternoon.
Right, you are.
Thank you.
I will tell you, Manchester has to come in this game thinking that they have to play near perfect.
Yeah.
Everything has to go well. We talked about this the other day. It's almost like David and Goliath, because you look at the numbers. If you look at the numbers, it doesn't look real pretty. But that's why we play this game. It's homecoming. You know, what's Coach say in the locker room other than, just do your very best and let's try to see what we can accomplish. And you never know. In an hour, maybe 2 hours and 30 minutes from now, we'll see if there's an upset. And if it is, let me tell you, it will shock the whole entire conference if that happens today.
Well, let's go ahead and scout this Rose-Hulman team, 2-2, fresh off a big win last week over Anderson. Very outmatched in that contest where the Ravens, in fact, when you look at the numbers, Rose-Hulman 300 yards on the ground, 191 yards through the air. They had all kinds of guys participating in that game when it came to big numbers on the offensive side, but they're led by a couple of very key players. One of those will be their quarterback, Miguel Robertson, and you're going to see Miguel's numbers coming up here in just a couple of moments. This young man already 831 yards in just his first 4 games. Only 2 interceptions and 11 touchdowns.
Well, let's face it, Troy. You got the top 4 teams in this conference, and you have maybe the other 4 down below. You look at Rose-Hulman; they're one of the elite teams. Their quarterbacks can play well, and so he finishes with the yardage that he has already had. he could have another career day today.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Well, the other guy they'll count on quite a bit, who had 123 yards and a couple of scores last week against Anderson, is their senior running back, Grant Ruperta. Ruperta, so far, 304 yards and 3 touchdowns on the season. And the way they ran the football last week, they might just ride him again here today.
Averages 4.1 a carry. That's like you did when you were in Wyoming. So, if he could do that, he'll be all right.
You keep talking about my Wyoming career, and everybody says I didn't play football in Wyoming, and I didn't.
The interesting thing is you and Landon, the SID from Rose-Hulman, has the same stats.
Yeah,
it's
we do.
Amazing.
It is great.
Hot dogs and everything. Eating at the concession stand. I had to pick on Landon because he came in today, and he didn't bring me a Coke. He brought me a Sprite instead.
You can't count on anybody. Keep an eye on Jalen Hobbs today as well. We know him from track and field, and he's a speedster. 26 receptions, 481 yards, averaging nearly 19 yards per reception and already 8 scores.
And has great hands. Can go up and get it. Can go down low to get it. We've seen him reach out and dive and get balls. This guy's hungry for the football. Then when he gets the football, he does very well of running, and trying to catch him is amazing.
The defense, I know they have work to do a little bit here for Rose-Hulman, but you look at their numbers on defense, and they've got guys all over the place that have 20, 19, 25 total tackles, and we're not just talking about the guys up front or the linebackers, we're talking about the DBs as well.
Defensively, they're not bad. I mean, they've given up a lot of points, but they've given a lot of points up because their offense has given the ball to their opponent in decent field position, and it's easy to go 10 yards, 15, 25 yards to get a score, and it wears you out. And late in the game is when they give up some big-time runs.
All right, when we come back, we're going to talk about Manchester looking for that first win, and there you see the starting lineup for the defense that you're going to see this afternoon for Rose-Hulman. And then, of course, there is what you'll see on offense, and there is Jalen Hobbs right there, number 4. He could have a really big day today because of his speed, and when you have speed, you can make a lot of things happen.
From up here, he looks real small. From down there, when he was walking by, like the 107 guys they dressed today, they're big. They're very big.
No doubt about it. All right, when we come back, we'll talk about Manchester coming up next. This is the HCAC Game of the Week on HCAC TV.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
We mentioned a beautiful day here today, coolest day we've had so far for college football on a Saturday. We might get into the mid-50s here this afternoon, but a wind blowing today as well. That could be a factor not only for the passing game but for the kicking. Right now 55, so really not too bad right now, but plenty of sunshine. Well, Manchester, the numbers, we'll talk about the offense here in a couple of moments. But let's start with their defense. We're going to highlight a couple of their players that are really going to have to step up big today. One of those is linebacker Jamal Hubbard, 6'4", 200. He's a junior. I mean, he looks like a linebacker, and he's going to be key today to really try to stop that run here for the Spartans.
Very quick-footed, strong young man. You see a picture of him right now. Does a nice job. 28 solo tackles already, 16 assists, and then 4 sacks. He could get in the backfield. He could cause some havoc.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You count the sacks for, I should say, not only the sacks, but the tackles for loss, 9.5 right there. And Javion Davis, their junior defensive back, 6'2", 175. He'll be a big key to try to stop that passing attack.
If they go deep, he can get it done. He's just a really good player. 10 assists, so he's on in every play. He's the team captain out there, a little bit of talking and making new skills. We'll see how it happens. This defense really, really, really is going to be tested early and often because Rose-Hulman will throw the ball, and then once they control the ball, they'll run, and they'll run you right out of this football field.
All right, offense, and it's been a struggle. I mean, there's no doubt about that, and you're only averaging just over 5 points per game in their first 4 games. They're not even averaging 10 yards per game rushing coming in. They've got to find a way to run the football.
First, and a lot of people will tell you, a lot of football people will tell you that you got to establish the run necessary today, because you got to run the clock, because if you do not take time off the clock and give it back to Rose-Hulman, they will score very quickly. And, we see it in Anderson. They had 45 points in the first half against Anderson. So this is by far the big game for Manchester.
Well, Trevor O'Brien, a number change, and maybe to help him a little bit, he goes from number 18 to number 12, 6'3", 185, and a junior, 287 yards. He has a touchdown and an interception. But last time we were here, Dante Chaney came in and ran the offense. We're still kind of juggling who the quarterback's going to be.
Well, I changed my number 5 times when I was in college because I couldn't count to 4. They finally end up with 00, and then they retired it, a game later and asked me not to come back.
I thought you were just trying to get away from your probation officer. Is that wasn't the case?
That's not what we say on the air. O'Brien, good kid, but we'll see. How they change this out. Look at this look.
There you go.
Got the littles running out before the team.
That is nice. As you see the Spartans making their way. Jalen Love, a guy that's 5'6", 190 pounds, he will get the start today, or he's scheduled to get to start today. But you might see some other guys running the football as well. Just try to find a way to run.
And run you have to. Again, it's very important that you run. With this crowd could spark you a little bit.
Yeah.
Pardon the sparking thing, but this crowd could get you fired up. We'll see what happens.
Keep an eye on Duriel Moss today, coming in with 20 receptions. He's also run the ball 13 times, couple of touchdowns. He'll be the main target, 5'11", 170, and a junior, so keep an eye on him. And we'll kind of see how this thing plays out. And, of course, a lot of it depends on how the guys up front protect. If they don't protect and open up holes for the running game, you're going to have a tough afternoon.
It's going to be a long afternoon for you. Yes, you're right.
And Rose-Hulman, as we mentioned, with the defense they have, they've got all kinds of guys that you look at their numbers, and even Cameron Dorsey, 25 total tackles coming in, along with Adam Field, Jr., 25 tackles coming in as well. But there are other games going on in the conference here today.
The big one. You ready for this one?
Yes.
When's the last time you say Defiance could make a big statement in this conference?
Been a while.
Defiance undefeated, so is Mount St. Joseph undefeated. That game is at 1:30. We'll keep you posted on that one. Hanover is at Bluffton. Franklin is at Anderson. You look at the standings. Of course, you got 4 that were 1-0. That's Mount St. Joseph, Defiance, Rose-Hulman, and Franklin are undefeated. Hanover, Bluffton, Anderson, and Manchester looking for their first conference win. It is conference week number 2. Nothing surprises me at all. It's going to be an interesting day, and this conference is long from being over, because in 7 weeks, who knows where we'll stand for the conference championship.
Yeah, you end up with an upset here or there, and the next thing you know, somebody that you didn't expect to be in that upper tier of the top 4, as you mentioned a little bit ago, all of a sudden find themselves in a playoff hunt.
Well, I think it happened last week where Defiance knocked off Hanover. A good ball. I mean, you look at Hanover, they're huge, and they can play the game, and they end up getting beat by a very good Defiance team. Defiance is believing in their system. I think for the first time in school's history, they're 2-1 after week 4.
Yeah, and you could see them building from last year. A couple of times we did their games over at Defiance. So it is time for the national anthem, and the Spartan Marching Band is ready to perform.
We ask that you join us now in honoring that service and respecting the rights and beliefs of all those who are gathered here today. Please stand as you are able as the Manchester University sound the Spartan Pride Marching Band under the direction of Dr. Scott Humphreys and Drum Major Joel Kelly honors America with the playing of our national anthem.
We're moments away from the kickoff here this afternoon. We get an opportunity, as always. We'll keep you updated on some of the other games that are going on, not only around the conference. You'll have a special guest right at halftime.
Yeah, I have the assistant athletic director and women's basketball coach going to join us at halftime.
Very good. See the sideline there for the Spartans. There, your captains will make their way out to midfield, and of course, Rose-Hulman. Their captains, 4 captains, making their way as well.
You know, Troy, you're 0-4. You come into week 5 of football, you're 0-4, and you just look at each other and you just see this is what you're made of. What do you have inside that can make something different? And you'll find good winners will perform. They may not win today, but they'll perform today. Yeah. They will not want to be embarrassed in homecoming because this crowd is capacity, and there are a lot of things going on this campus. They will not disappoint.
All right, let's see who's going to get the football first. Generally, the team that wins the toss will defer to the second half.
Manchester won the toss. They will receive.
There you go.
Okay, that changes
I'm
that too.
Going to keep the ball away from you. How about that?
Well, that's probably, again, if you think about it, if you can establish the running game here this afternoon, mix it in with a pass, you can get sustained drives. You can perhaps use a lot of clock, and that's probably going to be the key too. Can you get 6-7 minute drives at a time and not go 3 and out like they have so far this year?
And we haven't talked about this, but the wind could be a factor. It is breezy up here, and, it was like 79 degrees in Indianapolis, and it's cold and 55. I had to put a blanket on.
When was it 79 in Indianapolis?
It must have been in my dream.
See, if it was 79 this morning, I had my window shut in my house.
The back judge, side judge, and the head linesman was at Perry Meridian Franklin Central last night. They watched the game. They watched the replay coming up. He goes, "You guys are fun."
They weren't watching our game, were they?
The head linesman said, a lot of wooden ducks and a lot of third down, and I said, yeah, I think Troy said it about 25 times last night.
Yeah, there was a lot of them for sure. Did you ask him how they cleaned that thing up after the game last night?
He said it was not a problem at all, and then he winked.
So I was going to say, did they just leave or did not hang around?
I'm sure he has to keep his mouth kind of closed because that would probably be we looked at a little bit today.
Jonathan Oliger will tee it up at the 35-yard line. We're ready to go here this afternoon. Had sun a little bit ago. It is now gone behind the clouds. This will be a kick that will go along the ground at the 35 and be down right there. Yeah, it looked like maybe the wind blew that ball off the tees. He's ready to approach the kick, and that's why it looked like
No. That wasn't the wind.
No.
That was the Spartan ran across, blew on it, and he came back. Yes, he's down. My best friend down there. See Sparty down there?
Where is he?
There he's down there.
Oh, right down there, yeah.
Great interview. He was supposed to come up at halftime. He said he was too busy.
Yeah, sure he is. 1st and 10 at the 35. Trevor O'Brien. We mentioned switching his number to number 12, the 6'3", 185 junior, 287 yards, only a 30% completion percentage on the season. That's a number they've got to get up as well.
Motion.
It's going to be Moss. That ball tipped and knocked down. Getting a hand on that one was number 34, Grenowitz.
Tried to run the flat there.
So up front, it'll be Ellis, Williams, Hinman, Hills, and Martin. Moss, Skinner, along with Leisure and Barnett, with Jalen Love in the backfield. Trips near side, 2nd down and 10. O'Brien to throw. Has time to the sideline, and that's way off the mark. Intended there for Leisure. So all of a sudden, 3rd down and 10. And you can kind of tell. I mean, O'Brien, when you're at 30% completion percentage, I know he's only thrown it 50 times. Your number, anytime it gets, I think, below 60, you're kind of iffy. So they got to really find a way to get him confidence here.
They got to get him some confidence.
So a quick 3rd down and 10 now for O'Brien. Here they come, and O'Brien gets rid of it and caught at the 45. It'll be Moss, and he goes down at around the 37-yard line. Big play there for the Spartans.
A lot more protection. took the time, got out of the pocket a little bit. You can see they're turned around. Oh, he got hit right in the head after the end of the play. A nice second effort.
We may have ineligible receiver downfield. Oh, my. I did not see the flag, but that hurts. See, and it's things like that we talk about drive killers and big play killers, and it generally ends up being a penalty like that.
Well, you just keep working at it.
Well, the other question is, why would you have anybody downfield when you weren't throwing a screen or anything like that? So your lineman should have been staying back and blocking. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. O'Brien to throw again. This time to the sideline and nowhere close to his intended receiver. Leisure there again, but it's going to be 4th down, and we just talked about this situation that you got to stay away from. Now, by the way, O'Brien has not left the field yet. They finally decide to get the punting unit on. I was going to say they'd be really gutsy to go for it 4th and 15 on their own 30.
Yeah, I don't think so. Look at the you can see the trees moving a little bit. The light standards are moving. You can tell it's a little windy.
Hayden Beachy will come on to punt it away.
Against the wind.
Low snap, takes it off the bounce and shanks it off the side of his foot, and it goes out of bounds. He's going to get, 5 yards on this punt? 5. So Rose-Hulman's going to take over and put that defense in real big trouble right here with her back against the wall.
You know, we have a crew member that punts like that.
Jerry, yeah.
Yeah. Did you see him warm up today?
I did.
Yeah.
I only watched a couple of them, and I had to
walk away.
Yeah. Well,
this
here
is
we
going to go in the end zone. First play.
All right. Miguel Robertson, the quarterback. That'll be Klein in motion. Resets to the right. They're going to run it on their first play. Breaking tackles, 30 to the outside, 25-20. And Ruperta knocked out of bounds here in the near side. You were close. You were only 14 yards away.
By the way, our count for 40 yards or more touchdowns.
It's 13 still. Is it 13?
It's at 14.
It's at 14.
Yeah, 14.
Anytime there's a play that's 40 or more yards, that's the games you and I called together, is at 14. Robertson, quick pass, and that's going to be dropped. Had a chance to make something happen on that one, but that's going to be Jalen Hobbs, unable to hold on to it. Hobbs, a 5'8", 160-pound senior. Of course, you know him from track and field.
There's a lot of kids that play double.
Well, we love the speed and opportunity to get it into their hands. Anything can happen. Handoff end around. This will be Hurry, and he's going to be brought down at about the 11.
This would be a big-time stop here.
Big time. Yeah, this is big for your defense. If they can stop Rose-Hulman from getting in the end zone after failing to do anything on offense. Hobbs now to the near side. Robertson out of the shotgun. Looks to throw.
He's open in the flat.
Has time, and it's going to be caught, but well shy of a first down.
Got to go. Got to go.
Hurry is the receiver making the catch on that one. And here comes the field goal unit.
Playing a little conservative today.
Yeah. I'll get the points. Kyle Rayberg will come in, the sophomore out of Brunswick, Georgia, try to give the Fighting Engineers the early 3-0 lead. Wind is blowing from right to left. Good enough for a 26-yarder. It is up, and it is good. So Rose-Hulman on the board first. They lead it 3-0.
My name is Brittany. A little thing I love about the Egg White Grill is the toasty English muffin. It's toasted perfectly. It's just a little crispy, but not like hard crispy, but just crispy enough that when you bite into it, everything is perfect.
My name is Curtis, and I love the egg white grill because the egg itself, it's like soft and fluffy, like a pillow. I wouldn't eat my pillow, but I'd eat the Chick-fil-A breakfast egg white sandwich for sure.
They say nice guys don't finish first. So maybe it's time to reconsider what it means to be first.
It's about being your best, but knowing you could be even better.
It's being present, but respectful of history.
You sure you want to make that move?
It's donating something more valuable than money.
It's believing in yourself and something bigger.
It's coming from different families, but treating each other like brothers.
It's not just being a man, it's being a Mason.
Spartans get the football for the second time here this afternoon. Josiah and Serena Smith, one of the two deep men, along with Derek Moore. This will be a short kick once again. And one of the up men on the return to the 30 and then brought down there. It'll be 1st and 10 Spartans.
Ethan Skinner on the receiving end of that.
Question is, if Trevor O'Brien is unable to move your offense, get those chains moving, do you make a change quickly to Dante Chaney, or do you stay with O'Brien as long as possible?
Chaney played well.
Yeah, I thought he did too.
Last time we were here.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
O'Brien out of Vero Beach, Florida, 6'3", quarterback, 190 pounds. Now plays with two in the backfield, two receivers to the near side. Again, second possession for the Spartans. They'll fake the handoff and the pitch around the right side, nowhere to go. So it's going to be 2nd down and 10.
Actually, they gave him 2 yards. Troy, they gave him 2 yards on it.
Wow. That's a really generous spot. And Serena Smith there on the carry. I actually thought he was dumped right at the line of scrimmage. So it'll be 2nd down and 8. First running play of the day for Manchester. The work off, the hash mark, right, two in the backfield, two to the near side. That'll be Moss. And the two guys run into each other. They fumble the football. Lopian able to recover the loose ball, and somebody got mixed up between Moss and Jalen Love going the wrong way, and they ran into each other. And that's the kind of year it's been for Manchester. Taking a look at it right here.
Got motion. Oh, yeah, 3 guys right at the same time.
So it will be Fighting Engineers football again inside the 30 at the 27-yard line. Robertson to throw, has plenty of time and then goes down. Maybe took too much time holding on to the football, and Jalen Grimes will make the sack on that one, the 5'10", 190-pound junior.
How about the hand strength of the quarterback not to get that knocked out of your hand?
The bottom line, you only get about 2.5 seconds to throw the football, and he held on just maybe another half a second. So now it'll be 2nd down and 16. That is Klein, the tight end, on the move, the handoff, and Ruperta on the carry to about the 29. If your offensive line is really, really good, you might get to 2.7, but you generally better get rid of it at about 2.5.
Yeah, because you're going to get it at 3. You're done.
Yeah, your guys can't block that long, and especially if there's a blitz. And that is what Manchester's showing right here. Here they come. Robertson, screen pass. Ruperta on the catch, and he's going to get to the original line of scrimmage, and that's all he got. Jalen Grimes there again.
Defensively, they're playing pretty well.
Yeah.
They're bending. They ain't bending. They're breaking.
Well, especially for, the offense putting you in such a terrible position in both possessions. And so Rose-Hulman says, you know what, 4th and 11, we're going for it. Now, your receiver's got to know where that first down marker is. Robertson to throw to the end zone near side. Ball caught, touchdown. Jalen Hobbs stretching out and making the catch, and another 6 on the board. That is what speed will do for you. Did you see him turn on the afterburners?
Especially once he got past the 5-yard mark, he did sprinted to the corner.
We're going to get another look at it, I'm sure, but as the kicker comes on to attempt the extra point on 4th down and long. Instead of going just for the first down, they get the score. And the extra point attempt is on the way, and it is good. 9:59 to go, period 1, 10-0.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
The Fighting Engineers will kick it deep this time. There will be a return from around the 5-yard line. And an immediate hit at the 24, and Serena Smith will go down there. And once again, this will be a offense will have to start inside their own 30. Take another look at the score.
Nice pass here. And here's the ball in the air, but
look at that.
When he got to the 20, he took off quick and went right to that corner.
Sideline warning already against Manchester, so when it rains, it pours. It'll be first down at the 24-yard line.
They've had the ball down 3 times.
This is the third time.
Three and out. They had a pass play that went to the 45 and was called back because of the illegal man downfield. Let's see what happens here.
Well, of course, the fumble that they had, too, was big. And they got to mix up as you have a stack trips to the near side. O'Brien again out of the shotgun, and they will run the football, and this will be Serena Smith on the carry. He is driven back once he got to about the 28-yard line.
Trying to establish a running game here.
And they're going to have to. Again, when you think about O'Brien, his inability to really throw the football from an accuracy standpoint, they've got to get a running game going. And Serena Smith will stay in. He came into this ball game 24 carries, just 26 yards, averaging 1.8 yards per carry. Second down and 6. The pitch, and Serena Smith on the carry. Across the 30 to about the 32. He's going to be too short of a first down, so it'll be third down at about 2.
I would run the ball again.
I would too.
Yeah, I mean, you're third down and 3. Your defense have been on the field most of this quarter.
They'll make a couple of changes on the offense as Lorenz Tabern will come in. He's a backup quarterback listed at number 16. It's a big third down. We're actually going to call it third down at about 3. O'Brien. Here comes the pressure, gets rid of it. Ball caught near side, first down, and driven out of bounds here on the near side. That'll be Ethan Skinner, the tight end, a freshman out of Kendallville, played at Central Noble High School.
Like I said, you might as well pass the ball here. Nice play. Good job, Coach.
By the way, this year, Rose-Hulman is giving up 280 yards through the air per game. So it isn't like you can't throw against them.
Opponents, sir.
But you can throw against them.
Yes.
At least what we have seen in the first 4 games. First down, football at the 48. This is the deepest that Manchester has gotten so far. O'Brien puts it in the air, and that's going to be knocked away at the last moment. Pass intended there for Jordan Barnett. Would have been only his 5th catch of the year. That was defended well by Rose-Hulman. That was number 23, Wyatt Bell, just a freshman. Isaac Bodkins will come in. You talk about a lot of first-year players. You look up and down that Manchester roster, and there are a ton of them.
Yes, sir.
And they've gone very young to try to establish something this year. Hand off. Nope, they fake it to Moss. Throw it downfield. Ball caught and then dropped. Had it in his hands, and it got away from Skinner. That would have been another first down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10 for the Spartans.
Took a hard hit, too.
Yeah, made the right call, though. I mean, right there in the got to sit there. Got to bring that in.
And that's just when things aren't going right. That kind of play just.
Well, you said it before. You're
Rain.
playing young kids.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You're playing some young kids.
But that's why you cannot make those mistakes. You got to really make sure that you catch that football when you get an opportunity, because there may not be very many opportunities left. And now Manchester, a lot of confusion on offense. They need to call a timeout. They trail it 10-0.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Hey, don't forget, keep up to date with every school and every sport in the HCAC on their website, heartlandconference.org. There are all kinds of things. In fact, a lot of the season's starting to wind down a little bit, or maybe 3/4 of the way through, and you think about volleyball and such, but any golf and cross country coming to a close here pretty quick. Before you know it, it's going to be snowing.
You mean you don't run cross country in the snow?
I don't.
No?
Never have.
You never ran.
Well, I do it.
Gotcha.
3rd and 10.
I'm not arguing.
So after the timeout by the Spartans, that'll be Moss in motion, resets, stack left. O'Brien to throw in the air, and at the last second, and then it's going to be caught, but he's out of bounds. Bell got a hand on it, and it was close to being caught, and that would have been a definite touchdown right there, but he stepped out of bounds.
Let's watch this again.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
That was Duriel Moss. So now 4th down.
I thought maybe he had 1 foot in, but he had both feet out.
And it was bobbled right there, too. So no break there for the Spartans, and they're going to go ahead and go for it here on 4th and 10 at their own 48-yard line. They'll have to get to the 42 for the first down. Moss in motion. Trying to draw him off sides, and a little bit of movement right there, and I believe they're going to have to get the delay of game, take the 5. They were actually hoping right there to pull Rose-Hulman off sides, and it didn't work.
Get you to 4th and 5, then anything could happen.
4th down and 15 for the Spartans.
I was watching Trevor O'Brien a little bit right there. Even after that fumble, there was you can tell there's some frustration going on there, but as a quarterback, if they see that you're frustrated, you've got to really reel those emotions in.
You cannot let your classmate or teammates know that as well, because then that will become a poison.
Yeah. Well, they're going to go for it here. 4th and 15? Could be a gutsy call right here, and another whistle. Another delay of game. 2 in a row. There's another 5-yard penalty tacked on. So what's the confusion here? I mean, I can understand taking one of them, but taking two of them, it's hard to. You got 25 seconds to figure it out.
I'm baffled.
And this baffles me even more that you're going to go for it now at 4th and 20. O'Brien in the air, and ball's going to be caught for the first down.
I'm sorry, but this game is so crazy.
Moss on the reception, and the first down to the 30.
See, Manchester's SID looked at me, she goes, it was designed. It was designed that way. That's how we do. That's how we wrote it up.
Well, the one thing, too, if you're a defensive back and you're Rose-Hulman, why aren't you turning around when you know the receiver's looking up? That's always what you're telling your DBs is when you see that receiver's eyes go up, you need to turn around, and they didn't.
Biggest play of the game.
Boy, no kidding. Moss in motion. O'Brien will throw again, this time to the sideline, and it goes out of bounds behind the intended receiver.
Pass goes incomplete.
He does have a nice ball. He floats it up really well.
Yeah, but he's been off the mark a couple of times there. Really bad. Leisure was the intended receiver. So it's going to be 2nd down and 10. Still plenty of time on the play clock, as you will see Barnett to the near side. Back trips left. Two of those are Moss and Barnett.
Down to 10.
They'll run the football, and on the carry this time will be, and Serena Smith gets a nice gain to the 23.
Serena Smith, number 26 on the carry, brought down by number 37, Jacob Field. The 7 on the play brings up 3rd down and 3 for the Spartans.
Up front there for Rose-Hulman, Granowitz, Ovanik, and Lopian. We saw Lopian earlier get that fumble recovery. Fields, Cook, and Bueno are the 3 linebackers. And Bell, Schmidt, So, Field, and Dorsey. That being Adam Field, not Jacob Fields. 3rd down.
Oh!
Bouncing to the outside, the first down carry by Serena Smith once again, only a sophomore.
Did you see the block that the center put on that blew that hole? That was great.
Ball carried by number 26, Josiah.
Look at this.
And that was enough for Manchester Spartans.
I mean, he just 79, I think, was the one that.
15-yard line.
Sorry, fella. Moving truck.
Yeah. And he is 320 pounds. So first down.
I think he would move me at 325.
Yeah, I think so.
You know, as Jared said, my game weight's at 306.
Yeah. So first down here for the Spartans, 5:35 remaining. O'Brien in the air, near side, way underthrown.
Wynn might have got that one.
Leisure was the intended receiver, but Wyatt Bell played that one extremely well.
He's thrown in a really stiff wind.
Well, and he has that 3/4 release, too.
You called it almost like a sidearm last time we were here.
Yeah, and I just don't think he gets enough. I think if he brings it over the top a little bit more, he might have a little more on his pass. 2nd down and 10. We got to get something here.
Down to 10.
Trips left. O'Brien to throw again. Here they come over the middle, and that's going to be incomplete.
Pass goes incomplete.
Leisure again on the receiving end, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 10. They've been targeting LeVar quite a bit here this afternoon.
Coach is asking for maybe a pass interference, but I didn't see anything there.
Jordan Barnett in the lineup. One of 3 receivers here to the near side. Kenneth Redd is in as well. Redd 10 receptions on the year. So now 4 wideouts. Big 3rd down here for Manchester. O'Brien flushed out of the pocket, looking to get rid of it, and he's going to get a first down and more to the end zone, and he's going to be out at the 1-yard line.
I'm pretty impressed that he took his head down and ran. That's gutsy. And that's leadership. Fellas, if I'm going to take sacrifice, you should.
So 1st and goal now for Manchester. Well, they've been able to run the football a little bit more today, and that's certainly evident right there with O'Brien on the quarterback keeper. And Serena Smith is the lone setback. Another tight end into the ball game. He'll get the call, and I think he may have gotten in. Wait, they're going to say no. Oh, he is just inches away. That was close.
That was real close.
And Rose-Hulman has a player down.
Player on the defense.
Yeah, that second effort spun and nice defensive play to stop that. There's a good look at Manchester. You know, Justin's here and Sticks are here. Sticks working tonight.
We got them both.
Stick took the night off last night.
Yeah, he did. Well, it was a little chilly.
Yeah.
He doesn't work when it drops down into the
Well, he's so
40s.
skinny. Probably get blown away.
That's true. Halftime guest will be coming up a little bit later on. We'll try to get you updated. So how do you say that name?
Yep. No. Coach D.
Zurich.
Yeah. That's how you pronounce it. You know, I love our PA guy.
I know.
He's got his shirt and tie on. The thing is, he doesn't know that pink and orange do not go together.
It does for him.
The orange tie just doesn't work with the pink shirt.
It does for him.
Yeah. He told me a story before the game.
Yeah.
He said the fan came up and said, last time we were here, we did an outstanding job, but she didn't want us to come back. I think it was his wife. I'm pretty sure.
Probably was. So the injured player is off for Rose-Hulman. So 2nd down and goal. Both tight ends reset to the right. Handoff, and will he get in? A good second effort. Got him across the goal line. Touchdown, Isaac Bodkins. One thing we do know after looking at some of the numbers for Rose-Hulman this year, they're giving up 443 yards of total offense per game. So you can move the football on them, and it's been proven you can score. And Manchester has now had their best drive of the afternoon.
Took time off the clock.
Aiden Beachy for the extra point. It's a line drive kick, and it is good. 4:23 to go, opening period, 10-7, Rose-Hulman.
Calling officials cheaters or corrupt, it's not a game.
Insulting referees, it's not a game.
Threatening officials, it's not a game.
Berating young umpires, learning the ropes, it's not a game.
Violent language in the stands, it's not a game.
Verbal abuse from the sideline, it's not a game.
Screaming at a referee in the parking lot, it's not a game.
Jalen Hobbs and Daniel Hurry will be deep for Rose-Hulman.
Rose needs to answer here.
By the way, that was all made possible with that 4th down pass. Yeah.
4th down at 22, and they got the first down.
Yeah, it was long.
Yeah, I think you were the one that said delay a game.
Yeah, well, it's 2 in a row.
It was,
maybe they just wanted to make it more dramatic.
I think it was part of the script. Whatever it was, it worked.
It worked.
Now you need to play defense again.
All right, so
it's a good kick.
Short kick, though. Lands at the 20. And here's the speedster, Hobbs. Hobbs, one man to beat, and that's the kicker, and he got him out of bounds. Beachy just saved a touchdown right there.
It's got to be the hair, because I tell you what, Beachy was beaten right at the side.
Beachy hasn't, you're going to see the touchdown right here.
Here's the push. That didn't get in. That didn't get in, but that got in.
I'll bet you 10-1 Beachy hasn't hit anybody like that in years.
He felt good, though. Went out and ran after the tee, so he felt pretty good. Saved a touchdown.
That might have been all just adrenaline, though. First down for Miguel Robertson. Let's see how Rose-Hulman will respond. A 3-point ball game, and they'll run the football and nothing doing. Jay Smith got knocked down immediately. Kind of feel things switching a little bit here with Manchester getting the momentum.
You got the crowd into this thing.
Dave Hall, one of those there to make the stop. Hurry up offense here for Robertson. Fires to the far side. Ball caught at the 40. Breaking a tackle. 30, and then finally knocked out of bounds, but good enough for a Rose-Hulman first down. Brandon Green on the reception. First down for Rose-Hulman at the 25-yard line.
Blitz.
Handoff will go to Jay Smith, and he might get back to the line of scrimmage. They have proven now there's a flag coming out. This might go against Manchester. Well, you hate to see this right here if that's the case. Let's take a listen.
Personal foul. Number 99 on the defense. Illegal hands to the face. That penalty said hand it to the goal. And automatic. First step.
Derek Doss, the senior out of Indianapolis. How? It's your alma mater.
Yes, sir.
5'11", 325.
So that's a tough one.
Oh, boy, isn't it? Those things will build up throughout the game. First down, football at the 11. Handoff, Smith again, trying to find an opening. And still on his feet, very close to the 11. Jay Smith out of Evansville, 5'9", 180 pounds, and a player is down now for the Spartans.
There's a gain of 1 on the play, brings up second down and 9 for Rose.
Boy, one thing that your defense can't afford to lose a player, and that might be.
I think that's Ross.
That is Doss. Yeah, Doss.
Yes.
We'll take a timeout, 10-7, Rose.
If you like the action of the HCAC.TV, we got something for you on Wednesday night. Wednesday night is soccer as we go down to Rose-Hulman on Wednesday night. Soccer action for you starting at 7 o'clock right here on IndianaSRN.
Tony's got it this afternoon, too, at 3:30.
3:30, yep.
So the injured player, Doss, on the sidelines. We'll be curious to see if he'll make his way back. Handoff Smith. Smith down to the 5.
Well, this is 4-down territory.
Oh, no kidding, yeah.
Brought down by number 97, Sam Huffman. Brings up third
Sam
down and
Huffman
3.
gets credit for the tackle, 6 foot 240 and a senior. Well, the middle just got a little bit smaller with Doss out of the ball game. He goes about 320. Third down. Still get a first down here. Smith trying to bounce to the outside, gets tripped up immediately. Nice defensive play by Dave Paul, the senior defensive back.
He's played pretty well all year long. He shoots the gap. Nice job. 4th down and 3.
Dave Paul.
Get points.
Here comes the kicking unit on the field. Now Ray Berg getting an opportunity. This one from the 13, so a 23-yard attempt.
Made one from 25 earlier.
And the wind blowing pretty much at his back as that one is through the uprights and good. 1:45 to go, period 1, 13-7, Rose-Hulman.
Kyle Rayberg.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want. Hey, the Commissioner's Cup is a rotating trophy awarded to the institution that garners the most overall all sports points. Last year, Rose-Hulman, the winner of the HCAC Commissioner Cup, and they're hoping to do it again this year.
Really?
I think so.
I'd like to see the Commissioner Cup. I wonder if it's a real big one or if it's just like a coffee cup.
It's a big
or
one.
it's a styrofoam cup.
It's a big one.
It is a big
Yeah,
Well, Jay Jones, good
he
guy.
Always goes big.
He goes big or go home.
Yeah.
I hear he really likes you.
Well, needless to say, why not? Huh?
I got you.
Yeah, I think he likes my humbleness. And the return fumbled by Ansarena Smith. And once you fumble it, and he's lucky to get back to the 14-yard line. He's a little slow getting up.
Yeah.
Number 26 is
You know, the one thing about that, and we have seen this at the high school level, we've seen it at the college level, at the NFL level. How many players will start to turn and go, or they take their eye off the football, or whatever the case may be, before you get it? We're always taught to bring it in and then go.
You know, there's some coaches that have you wear the little blind thing during practice.
Yeah.
I know they do that with basketball a lot.
Yeah. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Hand off, trying to find some running room. Nothing there for Red as he goes down. We'll have a loss of yardage on this one back to the 10-yard line.
Number 88, Kenneth Red is brought down the backfield by number 23.
Trevor O'Brien led this offense to the scoring drive moments ago when they were at 4th and 21 and were able to complete a pass to Daryl Moss to keep that drive alive. And defensively have done pretty good today, holding Rose to a couple of field goals and that one score. So 2nd down and about 14. Trips right. O'Brien sets up in the pocket, throws over the middle, and a little bit too high, intended for Red. One thing that you'll notice about O'Brien, other than the one pass he had that kind of skipped on the turf, is that most of his passes are high. So either that tells you he's not following completely through with his pass, because he's releasing it a little bit too high, so you can kind of tell why he has a 30% completion percentage coming in. Moss, Red, 2 of the receivers on that stack to the right. Big 3rd down and 14 right here. O'Brien near sideline. Ball will be caught well shy of a 1st down.
Had to go back and get that ball.
That's
ball
Jordan Barnett.
Short.
Yep. Got it to the 17. Barnett coming in with 4 receptions and 33 yards. Well, 4th down, you've gone for it at 4th down and 20 plus. You might as well go for 4th down here, right?
I don't know.
Now, see, I said not to do it. You disagree with me. I say do it. Now you disagree with me again.
Well, yeah, of course, I've read my book.
On how to go for it on 4th down and long?
Page 7, chapter 19. 4th and long, do not go when it's in your with 4 seconds to play.
When it's inside your 20-yard line.
Especially with the time running out.
Well, that certainly made it much clearer.
It's time to do a landing timeout.
All right. After the first quarter, Rose-Hulman leads at 13-7. Back here at Manchester University, we're ready for period number 2. Rose-Hulman trying to pick up their 2nd win of the conference season here this afternoon, and for Manchester looking for their 1st overall win.
Overall, not a bad first quarter for
Not
Manchester.
bad, yeah.
I'm pretty pleased with it.
Especially with their defense being backed up against the end zone the way they were on 2 different possessions.
It's hard to win in this league.
Yeah, there's a lot of even football teams here, no doubt about it. And now we'll see Manchester punt the football away, maybe.
Now you have the win.
Aiden Beachy inside his own 5-yard line. Rose acting like they're going to come after this one. They're going to get pretty good field position here no matter what. But, boy, you have Hobbs back there. And I'm not sure. It might have been blocked a little bit. You're right. And it does take, though, a Manchester roll. And how he got that out of there and all the way down to the 43-yard line.
44-yard line.
Wow.
You're
going to say 44.
At their own 44.
And that's where Rose will take over 1st and 10.
Let's talk next Saturday. You ready?
I'm ready.
Next Saturday, we will be
What do you mean we? You got somebody in your pocket with you? Because I'm not there with you.
Well, next Saturday we're doing football. Bluffton is at Rose-Hulman. That is a 1:30 start. We're also at Rose-Hulman next Saturday as we have volleyball for you next Saturday at 5 o'clock. HCAC TV.
Officials time out to fix the chains.
Official time to fix the chain.
Uh-oh. That's a first.
That either means someone stepped on it and broke it, or they took the link out of it.
Make it a little shorter, right?
When you played at my place, yes. There's the volleyball game next week. Defiance Rose-Hulman, 5 o'clock start. I know who's doing that game. Mr. Volleyball, Clark Chapin and Keith Myers on that.
All right.
I think Jerry and his crew's got the football game, so I think we're going to go over early, hassle Jerry and the crew to watch football, and then go over and do our.
And have a steak or anything?
Yeah, probably.
Charge it to him.
Landed.
1st down and 10. Ruperta on the carry, and he's going to get dropped. And they have had a difficult time running the football against Manchester here today.
Talk about hospitality. How about the hospitality here? Folks did a nice job for us. Thank you for Aaron and her staff and Rick.
Yeah.
Top-notch people. Love it.
They had snickerdoodles, too, by the way.
I heard they're good.
Oh, 2nd down and about 9. Robertson to throw. Ball caught, 45. It'll be a 1st down.
They're going to give it? Yes, they are going to give it.
It's going to be Jalen Hobbs on the reception. Yeah, he went past it by, what, a yard.
Jalen Hobbs. He is brought down by number 7, Jalen Gaber.
So 1st down and 10. Football at the 44. Robertson will reset his tight end to the right. Fake the handoff, looks to throw. Looks left, looks
wide
right.
open.
And it's in the air, and it's out of bounds, way behind the intended receiver, Brandon Green.
Good call. Uncatchable.
Brings up second down.
I think the wind might have got that one.
I think so. Yeah, wind is blowing from left to right, so from our side to that side. But it has been swirling a little bit, but it's been pretty consistent all afternoon. So it's going to be second down and 10. Robertson still trying to establish the running game. We'll give it off to Ruperta, and there just isn't
It's
anything
not there.
So it's going to be third and long. Now remember, they rushed for 300 yards last week against Anderson. But they have not been able to establish anything consistently so far here this afternoon. So 3rd and 7. Robertson will hand it
Delay.
off. Little misdirection near side. 30, 20. First down and more inside the 15 on the run by Jay Smith.
And we lost an official. And he's back up. He might have tripped over the camera guy. Here's the run. He sure did.
And that long lens probably clipped him. Robertson near side to the end zone, and it's going to be knocked away. Hurry was the intended receiver. And nice defensive play by Javion Davis, who we highlighted in the pregame. You got to watch those long lenses on the sidelines. You know, they're big and heavy too, by the way. By the way, he is joking with the official right now.
Yes, he is, because he's going, please don't yell at me.
Second down and 10. Robertson rolling left. Got a nice block, gets rid of it the last second, and fires that one near the concession stand.
They're not giving him any time.
Thrown by the beer shed out there, by the way, according to our public address announcer. It's going to be 3rd down and 10. Boy, Jay Smith will stay in the lineup.
They're a little confused here on the line of scrimmage.
Trips left, hash mark right. Single receiver to the right side as well. Little swing pass, Smith.
Got
Smith.
to defend. Good.
Knocked out of bounds at around the 10-yard line.
Defend the 10-yard mark. You got to go for 3 here.
No, I'm going for the score.
Well, he's going for 3.
So we will have a field goal attempt. 4th down and 4. Rayberg will kick this one from 26. And that was from Keith Myers. The field goal is good. Rose leads it 16-7.
You're good at making big announcements. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN. We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Welcome back to Manchester University, 16-7 here in period number 2.
I just found out something.
That this is his domain.
Oh, yeah. You don't go on his side.
I am the wizard.
He is the wizard, and he's not behind a curtain today.
No.
Boy, last night he needed 3 or 4 coats, though. He was freezing.
I noticed that. He's even got gloves on today.
He does.
So Manchester will get the football back. This will be another short kick. Returned by one of the up men. Gets to about the 30 and out to the 32-yard line. That was number 32, Caleb Hahn, out of Mishawaka. He's, by the way, listed as a linebacker. So looks like we have another timeout here.
Do we have a flag?
I don't see one.
No, we don't have a timeout. No. We just got a huddle. Which is
after the play.
Oh.
Unsportsmanlike conduct. Number 20 on the return.
Oh my. Manchester gets another unsportsmanlike conduct penalty.
Wow, you just can't afford those.
Well, it's either on DeAndre Kirby. They have 2. That's going to be number 20, Jarmel Holloway.
I have to be honest with you, folks. I did not see the flag being thrown.
I neither.
Wow.
So that'll back him up even further. They're going to put it all the way back to the 16-yard line.
It will be Spartans ball, first down and 10.
Keith, and just to be honest about it, you can't do that.
No.
You cannot put.
Well, because you're still in the game here. You're actually still in the game here. You're putting your team behind the 8 ball, so to speak.
So O'Brien will have trips to the near side. Moss in motion from right to left. O'Brien over the middle and in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. Leisure is the receiver who dropped.
Drop pass. It will be second down.
Drops it. In fact, that's his second drop, I believe, of the afternoon. They haven't thrown over the middle very much. So second down and 10. Leisure, by the way, at 192 pounds, big receiver at 6'2". So now O'Brien faced with a second down and 10. Over the middle again, intercepted. Picked off.
Flag.
Adam Field on the return, a pick 6 there. Let's see if they're going to bring it back, though.
Might have had a pass interference here.
Adam Field, the free safety.
This is going to come back, I do believe.
Still might be the interception, and then, of course, maybe a block in the back on the return, but we'll wait and see right here.
Pass interference. Defense, number 23. That penalty assessed, the spot of foul, and automatic. First down.
Big break there for Manchester.
Yes,
that
sir.
Penalty on Wyatt Bell. Could have had a pick 6 last night. Could have had a pick 6 today. So Manchester will keep the football first down and 10 as they'll spot it at about the 29-yard line.
In college and high school football, it's a spot foul, so it's from the line of scrimmage, 15 yards. But in college, it's an automatic first down. In high school, you have to earn that first down.
So now we're waiting.
And the chains are way off.
And they added a couple extra links to it or something. And one guy's like, come on, let's move it down this way. Let's go.
The young men and young lady that are in the bright green, is that green?
That is, fluorescent.
Okay. Are the chain crew.
So first down, that is Moss in motion once again. Reset stack right. O'Brien.
Oh, he's open.
And the catch. Leisure makes the catch, still on his feet. Close to a first down.
Well, I think that might have been his third option. Do you? Because the guy in the flat was open. The guy on the weak side of the other side of the field was wide open.
Held enough for 9 yards. It's going to be Red along with Leisure split wide to the left. They'll have Moss in the ball game as well. So trips left. Second down and about a yard. And O'Brien will keep it and pitch. It'll be Moss on the near side and then knocked out of bounds, but he got enough for the first down.
Well, I have to be honest. I was faked out, but our camera guy wasn't. Good job.
Well, you have to look at the other side. Rose-Hulman, the penalty cost them a pick six. Cannot emphasize enough how those penalties can kill you. Football is at the 45. O'Brien will pitch it. This is going to be Jalen Love. Love will get about 3 on the carry.
You hear the pop of the helmet?
Number 2, Jalen Love on the carry, brought down by number 7.
You know, what this is doing for Manchester, too, is the clock is continuously run. Gives that defense some time to get a blow or two.
Yeah. Mentioned Jalen Love only averaging 1.1 yards per carry. And Serena Smith is back in the lineup now. Second down and 8. O'Brien fakes the handoff to throw and is going to be caught. It's going to be knocked out of the receiver's hand at the last second. That was Marshall Cook, the linebacker.
Adam Field making the play.
Pass intended for Ethan Skinner. So now 3rd and 8.
Adam Field from Martinsville, Indiana. Played for the Artesians.
Big 3rd down here for Manchester as you see Red backing up, so he will join Barnett on the left side. Tight formation now. That is Moss in motion. O'Brien again to throw. Far side and out of the reach of Dariel Moss. Pass was behind him. The defensive back got a little turned around there as well. That was number 23, Wyatt Bell, who got called for the interference on that pick six. So now it's going to be 4th down and 8. You'll have to get to the 45 for the first down. Once again, Red and Barnett split wide left. They'll set the tight end to the left as well. In fact, they'll put both tight ends stacked to the left.
Oh, he's in motion.
O'Brien's going to go ahead and punt it away. And able to get a nice roll and go out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. So that worked out pretty well.
Right decision?
Yeah, I think so. You're only down by 9. Don't forget, you can maximize your visibility and gain prominent exposure through on-site branding, social media mentions, and more by contacting Coach at IndianaSRN.org.
And we can work with anyone's budget. Love to get more HCAC games on the network.
Rose will take over 16-7 here in the second. They'll look to run the football. Nice hole up the middle. First time we've seen a hole like this in a while for Rose-Hulman. On the carry was Jay Smith.
Number 1, Jay Smith on the carry, brought down by number 51.
It's about a 13, 14-yard carry. Take another look at it right here.
Popped and go.
They just have not run the football very well today. That's their best run so far. Handoff Smith trying to get to the outside. Smith spinning ahead and able to get extra yardage across the 35, depending on where they spot the football. But another nice run. That's going to get him about 9. Put it right at the 35.
Student body, go.
Very simple. Robertson will give it to Smith again. This time he got maybe a yard on it. That was it.
First down.
Number 1, Jay Smith on the
First
carry.
one in there to make the tackle, number 51, Devontae Moore, fifth-year student out of North Central High School in Indianapolis.
Rose-Hulman first down to be first down and 10 Rose at their own 37-yard line.
I'm sure right now Rose would get one more score. They go into the locker room, get the football to begin the third quarter. Two men in motion at once.
There it is.
Round the right side, it won't matter on the carry by Ruperta. So you'll see the
Illegal tip. Offense. 2-minute motion.
2 man. We've talked about this. My wife and I was talking about this today because she was watching the signals on, and she goes, "What does that mean?" I said, "You can't shift the same two at the same time."
We would have to report to the track.
Only if you're in the Canadian Football League.
Right. I guess my paper is now a fly swatter.
No kidding. Well, there's no blood on it.
Well, but Bubba is not there anymore.
No, he's not. All right, it'll be first down and 15. Robertson to Ruperta, and he's going to get about 3, maybe 4.
Whatever our producer needs, he gets. Did you see the balloon? The balloon structure is now gone.
Did it fly away?
I think it might have wet. It might have.
So second down and 12. Robertson, play action. Robertson to the far side, out of the reach of his intended receiver. That was intended there for Hurry.
They let a lot of contact go, don't they?
Yeah, I think they kind of look at it.
Hand fighting there?
Yeah, I think that's okay.
Okay.
Third down and 13.
Draw?
No, I got to throw it.
Okay.
They are not running well enough. They've had one good running play so far. So 4 wideouts, empty backfield. Man in motion, and Robertson steps up, has time, gets rid of it, and down the middle, ball caught. That's going to be Smith to the outside, 20 to the 15-10, cut back, and will be knocked down at around the 7-yard line.
Wow.
Jay Smith able to come out of the backfield, and he ends up getting the big play there for the first down and more. Take another look at it right here, Keith. Boy, wide open.
Look at this block. Well, he just played defender, didn't he?
You know what is tough about that? It was Jaquan Williams, the linebacker, couldn't stay with him. First down here for the Fighting Engineers. Handoff Smith. Smith inside the 5, takes an extra hit, dives to the 1.
Number 1, Jay Smith on the carry, brought down by number 22.
So now the Fighting Engineers knocking on the door here with 6:22 to go in the second quarter. Might give it to Smith again.
I would.
Got you down here, might as well reward him. Tight end lined up to the right side. Now man in motion. They'll fake it, throw it to the end zone, and the touchdown.
Late flag.
Ben Klein.
I think you got an illegal formation.
Well, you think about it, they've had a pick 6 returned, right? Oh, wait a minute. They're going to say, I believe that's going to be on.
Count the touchdown.
Yeah. So it will be Klein getting the score. So they don't get the 6 taken away, 22-7.
Was that a 2-yard run? 3-yard run.
It's a pass.
A pass.
1-yard pass. Rayberg will come in to attempt the extra point. Snap's good. Kick is up. It is good as well. 6:06 remaining. 23-7.
Your hauling or moving project has arrived, and College Hunks Hauling, Junk, and Moving has you covered. Honest, uniformed, Nice. Knowledgeable. Service. College hunks hauling junk and moving.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Manchester will get the football back. 6:06 remaining here in the second.
If you're Manchester, you need a score in this possession.
Yeah, that was a tough one there. They had you 3rd and long, and you end up giving the big pass play. Sets up the touchdown. Jonathan Oliger will kick it off here for the Fighting Engineers. And that wind is swirling here today, so the kickers don't have a whole lot to work with. It'll be a short kick and returned by Red. Red trying to get to the outside, and he gets buried at about the 20-yard line.
He runs 30 yards to get maybe 4. Here's the touchdown.
They kind of forget the tight end right here, don't they?
Yep.
And it will be Spartan ball, 1st down and 10 from 20-yard line.
Motion.
Yep.
Oh, didn't even have to make a block.
Yeah, the linebacker decided to come in, and tight end Klein gets the score. 1st down and 10 now for Manchester. We have an empty backfield here. 5 receivers now for the Spartans. O'Brien out of the shotgun. Here comes the rush. Gets rid of it. Intended there for Red. And it's incomplete.
So incomplete, brings up 2nd down and 10 for the Spartans.
You never did tell me who your Boilermakers are playing today. I forgot.
I don't remember. I tend to do that.
Yeah. Oh, Iowa, yes. Thank you, Iowa. I think it's in Iowa City, too.
Yeah, we played home to home.
5:53 remaining as O'Brien out of the shotgun once again. Turns to hand it off to his running back. He turned one way, and Soria Smith went the other way.
Number 12, Trevor O'Brien, is brought down the backfield by number 42.
So that's officially going to be a sack.
Kevin Goss.
Marshall Cook will get the sack there, I do believe. See, now we have seen a couple of times, we saw that in the first quarter where the man in motion ran into the running back, and this time O'Brien turns and his running back went the other way. So, and there's some confusion here in what they want to do, and they've got to get a timeout.
Timeout, Manchester.
Got to keep it right here. By the way, that Oklahoma-Texas game going on right now, the game of the week, 27-17 Oklahoma. Heartland takes academics very seriously. Our athletes each must maintain a 3.5 grade point average. Each year, over 1,000 student athletes carry at least a cumulative 3.5 GPA and are named to the HCAC All-Academic Team.
I want to say hello to Shane Ryder as he's watching the game today from the Indianapolis Indians. You know, he's an Iowa fan.
Is he?
Oh, yeah.
And you being a Purdue fan, do you
we talk smack together. Yeah.
By the way, there's your Sparty down there.
Yep. Got his pom-poms.
Yep.
He's ready to go.
You've got to find a way to make sure that your offense runs efficiently. And you're 5 games in. And some of the things you see here, and there have been a lot of changes here for Manchester, just trying to put the pieces together. But we talk about some of the things that can be really drive killers, and you end up having to burn a timeout right there, and certainly so before halftime. But there always seems to be a little bit of confusion on offense. Trips left.
Big third down here.
O'Brien down the middle, and this time it is picked off. Threw it into double coverage, and the interception will be made by Jacob Fields, the outside linebacker.
He's been in a couple plays today.
Yeah. Of course, we saw earlier Adam Field ended up getting a pick six, but it was called back because of an interference penalty. But that time O'Brien just kind of threw it right into the coverage.
You score here and get the ball back in the second half, it could be
it's going to be a long day.
Yeah.
So Miguel Robertson back out with the offense. Football at the 27-yard line. And they're going to run it. Ruperta on the carry, this time inside the 20 to about the 19. That'll be a gain of 9 yards.
Are you running the ball here to run clock?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm actually going to do it so Manchester potentially can't get it back and do anything with it. Ruperta again, first down and more, and he'll get down to about the 10.
Number 6, Grant Ruperta on the carry.
And you got to feel at some point the defense is going, boy, we're back out here again.
We're tired.
And they're going to be. Yeah.
First down and goal.
The offense unable to do much with the football once again, and it just kind of wears you down psychologically. And we may see a different quarterback too for Manchester. They have a player warming up on the sideline. First down here for the Fighting Engineers. Robertson to throw, ball caught out in the flat and down to around the 6-yard line. Ruperta on the reception.
Pass complete to number 6, Grant Ruperta. He's brought down by number 9.
Grant at 210 and a senior. Well, they got down the field quickly, too.
They did, didn't they?
I mean, it didn't have a whole long way to go, but.
Well, the two big run plays really helped it out.
So second down will be placed at the 6-yard line. That's your tight end setting up to the right. Handoff will go to Ruperta. Gets hit down to the 4.
Nice defense there.
So it's going to be third down.
Can run this down to
number 6,
about 220. Checked out about 210.
Brings up third down and goal at the 5-yard line.
By the way, Ruperta stays in. Robertson looking to his left, and it's going to be caught for the touchdown. That'll be Brandon Green on the score. And just like that, another 6 on the board following the interception. It's 29-7.
That ball got there quick.
Now, one thing you want to look at here a little bit, Keith, is the body language now of Manchester, because they were playing with a lot of energy. Really felt good about how things were going, and then again you end up with a couple of penalties here, there, and the interception, and now you don't see the same body language at all. The extra point attempt is on the way, and it is good. 3 minutes even. 20, or actually should say 30-7, Rose-Hulman.
You're good at keeping the car clean. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
So I stopped in at Chick-fil-A for lunch and saw Officer Wilson come in. I decided to place a dine-in mobile order and have a cookie delivered to him just to show appreciation for his service for our community.
A few minutes later, I noticed that Officer Wilson had gotten up and left, and I knew he hadn't gotten his cookie yet.
I'm headed to my car. I turn around and I see Allie, and she's running after me.
Mr. Police Officer, Mr. Police Officer.
Usually when someone yells officer, officer, they want to ask me about a ticket they got. I absolutely wanted the cookie. This cookie's delicious.
Well, the Spartans will get the football back. 3 minutes remaining here in the first half. You can really see it was one time 16-7, how quickly things can change when a mistake is made. You end up with the interception and 2 quick touchdowns just like that. It's 30-7.
And the body language is definitely shown that way for Manchester.
Yeah. They're going to have to find a way to get that spark back a little bit. That'll be a very short kick and a fair catch this time by Manchester at about the 22-yard line. Take another look at the score.
Fair caught by number 88, Kenny Red.
That's a zip.
Well, I'll tell you what, one thing he did too is he used his body pretty well to shield off the defensive back. So here come the Spartans once again. Now, if I'm Rose-Hulman too, and I have 3 timeouts remaining, if I can get that football back one more time, could be plenty of time to get in the end zone or at least get 3 before the end of the first half.
Yep. Because of that fair catch, the ball goes to the 25-yard line.
Yep. And by the way, Dante Cheney is in. So they did change quarterbacks. We saw this earlier this year. Cheney will keep it himself, and he will break a tackle and get to about the 30-yard line. He'll stay in bounds. Cheney, 12 of 27 this year with 118 yards.
Number 14,
no scores yet, no interceptions.
Number 21, Marshall Cook.
Marshall Cook gets credit for the tackle. Cheney out of Arlington, Texas, 6 foot 185. He is a junior. Trips to the near side, high snap and the handoff, and able to get a couple of yards out of the carry. That'll be Isaac Bodkins. He's out of Belmont High School in Decatur.
Number 30, Isaac Bodkins on the carry, brought down by number 54, Riley Lopian.
Lopian gets credit for the tackle there, 5'11", 215, and a senior, one of the defensive ends for Rose-Hulman. We're under the 2-minute mark, but now you're looking at 3rd down and 3. It never seems like quite they have the right personnel on the field.
They just substitute 2 more players.
Play clock down to 8. Cheney has to hurry now.
Timeout.
Yep, and they will burn their final timeout here in the first half. I know you go through a lot of personnel changes when things are not going very well. But as I said a little bit ago, you would hope that at this stage, if things aren't, what I should say, very confusing offensively, so you maybe try to simplify things, but you ought to be ready to get that play in and ready to go.
But you're also looking for players that want to step up and make a play or two, so you kind of interlock those. But those kids need to know, Johnson, you're going in for Smith, and yell for Smith to come out of the game.
Yeah, got to be very, very clear on what you want to do. Now, a lot of that, again, if your offensive coordinator, which I think he's upstairs to our right, they're throwing stuff down there, what they want to have done, and so they got to make sure the right personnel are in and the right packages. And so far, that is, other than the one good drive they had, it's been a rough afternoon. So Spartans will come back out following the timeout. Cheney fumbles the football, and it is going to be bouncing around and picked up by Rose-Hulman, and they're going to score. That is Jacob Fields on the fumble recovery and touchdown.
Jacob Fields and return for a Rose-Hulman touchdown.
It all started when Jalen Love was unable to pick up the loose ball. Now, I'm not sure, when it bounced away from him, somebody kind of kicked it. And then after that, it was fair game.
We'll look at the scoop and run here and after the extra point.
So back out to attempt the extra point. Kyle Rayberg. Busy afternoon so far for Rayberg, and the kick is up, and it is good.
Kick is good by number 17.
Take another look at it.
Scored Rose-Hulman 37, Manchester 7.
25, and then it was kicked.
Nice work on that.
Just go 20-yard scoop and run.
The one thing you notice, the running back too, once he went past Cheney, And he starts to block and realizes right there that the ball had come loose, and so he could not help get that football back. And then all the momentum's coming towards you. That's tough.
Two things happened there. That score, and then you burnt your last time out with 119.
Yeah.
Do you take the kick off and take a knee and try to regroup at halftime?
Yeah, if it's a short one, just fair catch it. Just try to, I think you're right, go to the locker room, regroup at this stage. Try not to make another mistake, because think about it, how much time was on the clock when they got the football. And I said there would be time for them to go down. There's 3 minutes remaining, right?
Yes.
And what, a minute and
45 seconds.
40 seconds later, you're now down by another 7 points. So a lot can happen in a minute 19. Will be another short kick. No fair catch on this one, though. And on the return, out across the 35 to about the 36 is Red. There for Manchester.
Number 88, Kenny Red on the return.
See who's going to come back out. I think Cheney will come back out as the quarterback, and he will. So O'Brien might still get a chance in the second half, but other than the one drive when they were successful on a 4th and long, been a long afternoon for O'Brien. So here comes your offensive unit.
You could just tell by the body language.
Yeah. Adkins will be the setback. They'll work this time with a tight formation with 2 receivers stacked here to the near side, 2 receivers again stacked to the left side. Cheney a little more careful this time, gets away from pressure. He's at the 40 and then goes out of bounds at about the 42. Now I'm going to tell you what, watching him receive that football out of the shotgun, he was a little bit shaky there too. They're almost to the point now where they're so afraid to make a mistake.
Yeah.
Play brings up 2nd down and 4 for the Spartans. Again,
playing almost fragile.
Yeah, really are.
For the,
so 2nd down and 4 after a gain of 6.
At the 50-yard line.
Cheney to throw, pressure over the middle, ball caught, and a 1st down. That'll be Red.
Kenny Red.
Hurry up offense.
He is brought down by number 9.
No timeouts remaining, 47-yard line. Red will now shift to the far side, so trips left.
Rose-Hulman 47.
Cheney takes the snap, looking that way, throws, and behind his intended receiver, no flag down on that one. Mainly because I think the ball was out of reach there for the receiver. Hard to tell who was doing handsy enough to get a flag. 2nd down and 10.
Gloves are coming off.
Jerry means business now. 4 receivers, trips left, hash mark right. Cheney has time, in the air, has a man, and it's going to be caught and down to the 1-yard line. Wow. Jordan Barnett on the reception.
Look at the time. Plenty of time. He had time to throw that ball.
So now you have it 1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Ethan Skinner will come in as an extra tight end.
No timeouts here. You got to get it in.
23 seconds remaining. And a whistle, and I believe, though, Rose-Hulman is going to call a timeout, and they will. 19 seconds remaining.
They were not ready. Good timeout by Rose-Hulman. Watch this play. Look how much time he has. That's great.
Only rushed 3, though.
Boy.
Well, you had 2. You had double coverage there, too, and they got lost. See, that might have hurt Rose-Hulman a little bit. If you're only going to rush 3, you're going to give him more time. You know, one thing that I think, I don't know what game it was, but it was somebody that we had this year. They were struggling a little bit. And I said the one thing that helped them is they were blitzing more. I'm not sure you don't blitz a little more especially when you're up 37-7, really go after that quarterback and put some pressure on him. So after the timeout, 1st and goal at the 1. Just 19 seconds remaining. Cheney fakes the handoff, rolling to his right, throws to the end zone, and I think he just threw that one away. Too much pressure.
Pass is incomplete.
Smart play there by Cheney to save it.
Down and goal at the
Now
line.
13 seconds to go. Well, that timeout helped Rose-Hulman, too. They can get their right package here at the end of this second quarter. Homecoming here for Manchester. Good crowd on hand on a cool, windy afternoon. Hoping to see their Spartans get in the end zone here before the end of the first half. 2nd down and goal. See the two tight ends will now shift to the left side. Cheney, the handoff, and he will not get in. Handoff went to Bodkins.
Number 30, Isaac Bodkins.
They're going to have to hurry. Just 3 seconds. Clock runs out. So Manchester had to burn that timeout, and it proved to be the difference here at the end of quarter number 2. They were knocking on the door and simply ran out of time after Bodkins could not get it into the end zone. Head coach for the Spartans down talking to the officials, but the bottom line is really, I mean, they even stopped the clock, it looked like, at one time, but they really didn't need to. And time running out for Manchester at the end of the half. Rose-Hulman, it was 19-7, and Rose-Hulman ends up scoring the last 28 points.
Department of Mathematics and Computer Science.
So it is halftime. Keith will have a special guest coming up in just a few moments. You know, we've been in this situation before with Manchester, and what do you say at halftime? And I think, like you said earlier, you just got to come out and play with a lot of heart right now.
You just got to regroup. You got to play. You challenge your young men to do to strive a little bit tougher. You'll see who wants to play, who doesn't want to play, and that's what you got to do. You can't give up. A lot of things going on, you can't give up.
And I thought overall Rose-Hulman probably didn't play their best game because they made some mistakes as well. But still, when you think about not playing your best, you still had 37-7. It just kind of shows you the difference in the two programs right now. But for Manchester, I know there was some frustration after getting that interception. And then, of course, coming back and the fumble and the fumble recovery for a touchdown hurt them as well. So they got a long way to go in the second half, and we'll check out some of the statistics for you coming up a little bit later as well. But the one key is going to be in the second half. You just got to find a way to make something positive because you still have a lot of football to be played, too, so it's a long way to go.
Long way to go. Real quick, look at the first downs here by Rose-Hulman. They have 10. First down. The score at 37-7 at halftime. First down 10 for Rose-Hulman, 8 for Manchester. Yards rushing, 112 yards for Rose-Hulman, just 36 for Manchester.
More than they usually have.
They need to establish that run a little bit more. And then a net yard passing, 136 yards and 120. Total offensive plays, 35. For Rose-Hulman. That's pretty impressive for the first half.
248 yards. And on the other side, Manchester 41 plays, 156 yards in the first half as well. So, again, but the numbers are going to show you really what you kind of look at is the turnovers and the mistakes made by Manchester in that first half. And it hurt them on a couple of drives. And, again, when they got the football late, they had to call a timeout because they didn't have the right personnel out there. That ended up costing them at the end. You kind of see how it all plays together when they got the football down to the 1 yard line. We'll take a timeout, 37-7 here at the half.
I'm actually a 5th-generation student here at Manchester. All 4 of my grandparents went to Manchester. Both of my parents went to Manchester as well. I followed in the footsteps of my older brother as well in coming here. And that's kind of been a fun tradition to hear everybody's stories from Manchester while also making my own memories here. I didn't originally want to go to Manchester due to how close it was to home, but I toured here first and I really loved this warm, inviting campus where people would open doors for you. And people would stop on the sidewalk and catch up for 5 to 10 minutes. And when I was looking at other schools, I really missed that opportunity, that feeling of being at home. I realized that Manchester is really where I fit in and where I belonged. My 2 pieces of advice would be to get involved really early on. There are a lot of great clubs on campus and organizations to be a part of. You get to find people who are like you and enjoy the same interests and activities as you. And it's a chance to grow as a person and to make a great group of peers and community and friends around you. My other piece of advice would be to travel abroad. Manchester has this really unique tradition with our January term classes, and that's been probably one of my favorite experiences I've ever had here. And I've had the awesome opportunity to travel off campus 3 times. I'm signed up right now to go on the Hawaii cross-cultural class. That's actually a fun one for me because that's a class that my grandfather started, traveling to Hawaii to learn about the different cultures there in cross-cultural psychology. So I'm really hoping it gets to go, but if it doesn't, I'm sure I'll still get to learn about cross-cultural psychology and go to Hawaii at some point in my life. Another one I went on was a medical practicum to Guatemala, and that was a life-changing experience. We went with 10 to 15 healthcare providers to a rural area in Guatemala that doesn't get healthcare on a yearly basis. And so it was amazing to see these healthcare providers provide care in an up-close and personal view. My mom, Lori Zimmerman, was also a part of the medical practicum. Most kids get to visit their parents on the Take Your Kid to Work day. And I've never gotten to see her work until we were in Guatemala and I got to work with her for a day. And that was really interesting to see the impact she has on people, see the tenderness as she works with people, but also the intelligence as she's running through her head, all the different diagnoses it could be, the best way to present information. It's really interesting to see how she uses her liberal arts Manchester education to apply the psychology as well as the communication she's learned with her medical advice and her experience. So that was a life-changing experience to be able to really immerse myself into the field of healthcare.
Back here at halftime. Wow, the public address assistant. Very kind. Thank you, sir. Go back into your little hole. 37-7 halftime. Rose-Hulman leads at Manchester on tongue-in-cheek. You guys treat us real well, Coach. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you
Josh Zurich is with us, the head women's basketball coach, assistant athletic director, and hot dog seller today.
Now, the women's basketball team's doing a good job down there, so they're doing most of the work.
Talk a little bit about basketball season. As Sound of Basketball is among us, right?
Yeah, next week, the 17th will be the official start. NCAA's allowed 8 days prior to the start of your season to be able to kind of introduce yourself to the team and just kind of, like I said, help that retention issue, make sure that they're touching base with the basketball team opposed to waiting 6 weeks from the start of classes. So it's been nice.
Talk a little bit about your duties as the assistant athletic director, and then we'll talk a little bit more about basketball. But I know that you've been involved with athletics almost all your life. What is your official duty? Because on game day, you're doing all kinds of stuff.
I don't know if we try to make an official title. We just kind of whatever needs to be done. So I have my hands in a lot of different areas, but we've got a lot of great colleagues. Tammy Hoagland makes things real easy, so her and I are involved in compliance and eligibility. Her doing the heavy lifting, and just mine's more of the kind of compliance side of things. Facility-wise, I'm also helping helping with the coordination of the perk and then laundry and student workers. I got about 30 student workers, so they make life easy too. Got a couple really strong seniors. Maddie Stam and Alyssa File are kind of our go-to seniors that kind of concessions and laundry really have things taken care of. And then Peyton Horn, who's a soccer player, is another big. It's nice to have 3 seniors. This year's been pretty easy for me.
And it's nice to have those kids involved because they understand exactly what they need to do. Talk a little bit about also, Coach, on game day with the homecoming today, big crowd on hand, a lot of things going on with the campus. When we came in, now Jerry came in like probably 7 a.m., but when we come in, because we get the little bit, there was no parking. Talk about what's going on today.
Yeah, you've got a lot of your family events, inside the central campus. There's a lot of events there. You have the food trucks. Softball had alumni game. Wrestling had an alumni meet and greet. So I was up pretty early down at softball with Coach Emmerich, and I think I'm a volunteer assistant with softball, but I was the head coach going back a few years. So there was about 7 or 8 former players that got to just kind of relax and hang out and catch up and meet some of their kids. And so again, that's a lot of events like that. So wrestling, I'm sure, is going through the same type of excitement of just getting back around some of those graduates and catching up. Last night was Hall of Fame. So the baseball team got inducted from their last World Series.
Awesome.
Doc Huntington got inducted, which was really neat. He was probably a big mentor for a lot of us coaches that have still been here, and huge for Manchester University on the academic and athletic side. So every alumni that comes through here, like Doc was always one of their favorite professors, and now he's been replaced by Jeff Beer being one of the favorites.
Yeah.
So the athletic training program's been huge for Manchester. So little things like that have been a lot of fun.
IndianaSRN has been with you in the HCAC. You saw our work in the softball tournament. IndianaSRN now covering all your home football games. Hopefully going to do some basketball as well. Talk a little bit about that. What have we brought to Manchester College?
Yeah, it's just, again, parents usually have other kids, they have jobs, they have lives, and so they can't make it to every game like they would like. So just that extra just attention to detail, I think, has helped the viewers and being able to be more involved and more in touch. And that's something we really enjoy and getting great feedback and like to see kind of improve. And, it's a good start.
We love coming up here. I guarantee you that. We're going to take a time out. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit about basketball.
The number one reason that I love teaching at Manchester, it has to be the people. And I know that probably a lot of us give that same answer, but for me, it has become even more personal. I get to not only teach, which I absolutely love, and I get to work with future educators and other people in the educational field, but I also get to establish those long-term relationships with them that just feed a part of my soul that I can't imagine having filled by anything else.
There's also so many opportunities at Manchester to collaborate with great faculty. We can collaborate on teaching, we can collaborate on research, and we can collaborate on service. I am thrilled to be at Manchester because I chair the President's Diversity and Inclusion Council, and we have been working tirelessly to make Manchester a more diverse, equitable, and inclusive place.
One of the things I love about being at Manchester is the variety of things that we get to do. Going on Jan term trips with students is probably one of my favorite things to do. So we usually take trips to France, Hawaii, and Disney World, actually, and teach there. Each place we go, we teach something a little different, and we get to experience it again the way a student experiences, and that to me is incredibly fun.
I teach at Manchester because I believe in the mission of the school, and I also enjoy the fact that my discipline, which is music, is respected by my colleagues and the students here. It's considered an academic subject rather than an extracurricular activity.
One of the stories I remember is a student who started off at Manchester as a biology major. He wanted to do something different, and so his biology professor walked him across campus. He signed up for one of my classes, and then he ended up as an English major, and now he actually has a master's in English, and it was all because that biology professor realized maybe he had a better fit somewhere else on campus. She walked him a few feet across the mall from the Science Center to the Academic Center, and we sat in my office and chatted, and it was the kind of thing we could do at a school like Manchester.
Welcome back to Manchester University. Scored 37-7. Got that one right, Josh. Basketball season starts the November 10th and 11th. You have a nice little tournament. You looking forward to kicking it off?
Yeah, it's an exciting tournament. Actually goes back to three of my closest friends at Westminster out of Pennsylvania, Mount Union in Ohio, and then Kalamazoo in Michigan. So it's the Friends for Life tournament, and last year we were at Westminster, this year will be Kalamazoo, next year Mount Union, and then in 2 years from now it'll be Manchester. So it's really nice. We kind of a group of friends that, hey, we're kind of sad we haven't been able to catch up that much, so we decided just let's do a 4-year rotation for a tip-off tournament, and pretty good competition, so very excited to get started.
Talk a little bit about your kids. You got a lot of Indiana kids on that roster.
Yeah, we do. Very strong. That usually that 2.5 hour range. A couple times we go a little farther out of that, but we got 5 seniors. All amazing students. We're 4 out of the last 6 years. We've been top 25 in the WBCA academic honor roll. So it's exciting to watch them grow and just kind of really outside of basketball, establish themselves in the community, and just we're very well represented, very lucky, very blessed.
Now you say it's a 2-hour drive from Indianapolis. My Uber driver can get this done in about 1 hour and 35 minutes, and she doesn't speed.
Maybe we should let her borrow our white van. And
I tell you what, I think she could get a part-time job and drive.
You are always welcome to come join women's basketball.
We just volunteered you, dear, to drive the bus for Manchester this year.
The white vans would be enough for me.
Talk a little bit about the recruiting. Kids want to come here. Academics is very important to you. Talk a little bit about your academics.
Yeah, academics in Manchester is, again, we hope they have a passion for basketball, but number one, first and foremost, it's, I always tell them, I will sleep at night if you graduate from Manchester. We want to make sure the other aspects, basketball and being a part of the community, are things that help fulfill you, but number one, you graduate, your quality of life's going to improve. You're going to end up in the field you want. Our professors are amazing. Our graduates do very well. And again, this weekend kind of shows that from last night at the Hall of Fame, and just listen to them talk. I mean, it is the number one reason you should be looking at Division III, and then again.
The crazy thing is, as we travel around, Josh, and you know this very well, is there's so many talented athletes that can't play that first level, and maybe that in that second level. But there's a home here at 3A, Division III, and it's good quality sports.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, even looking at our women's basketball conference, want to keep the focus on Manchester, but we got the national champions in our conference.
Yep.
Tell them they're not talented. I mean, go watch them play. They undefeated season in Division III.
To be able to follow that tournament as we did on HCAC TV, and then see that championship game, to see that, it speaks volume to not only that university, but everybody underneath that.
And again, Transylvania deserves all the credit in the world. I mean, they were amazing. They earned every bit of it. But again, I think the conference surprised people, because you can say what you want, but they did have to play, 18 games against our conference plus tournament. So we could also feel proud that we were able to help them get prepared too.
So can I predict a national championship for you?
Somebody will win the national championship this year. That is correct.
All right, great.
Somebody will win.
Coach, I appreciate your time. Thanks for coming up, and good luck to you. Hope that we'll see a couple, 3 or 4 games this year.
Yep, we appreciate you. Thanks for all you do.
Well, you bet. We'll take a timeout. Troy.
37-7 here at the half. Couple of updates in top 25 college football here this afternoon. LSU is leading Missouri. LSU ranked 23rd, Missouri number 21, 35-32 in the fourth quarter there. Ohio State ranked 4th. They're now beating Maryland 33-17 in the fourth. And, of course, the big game of the weekend, number 12, Oklahoma, now leading number 3, Texas in the fourth quarter, 27-20. Number 13, Washington State, just underway against UCLA, leading that one 3-0. Coming up in about 9 minutes, it'll be Alabama and Texas A&M. Virginia Tech is at Florida State. Syracuse is at North Carolina. And then later tonight, it's Kentucky at Georgia. Michigan on the road at Minnesota. Yes, the Wolverines are undefeated at 5-0. Arkansas is at Ole Miss. Notre Dame plays at Louisville. It'll be Georgia Tech at Miami. Fresno State at Wyoming. Oregon State is at California. And Arizona State is on the road at number 9, USC. As mentioned, Rose-Hulman will get the football to begin this third quarter. Don't forget, we have football coming up next week. That'll be Bluffton and Rose-Hulman next Saturday right here. And then, of course, we have volleyball action as well. Rose-Hulman and Defiance coming up next Saturday. I believe I have next Saturday off. That's nice, isn't it? I know you're chewing something, but you don't have to say anything.
Yeah, no, it's nice. Our viewers will love it that you have a day off.
They're going to get a break, aren't they? So here we go, period number 3. Jay Smith led the way in rushing for Rose-Hulman in the first half with 66 yards. Give you a couple of the other numbers in the passing department. In the first half, Robertson 10 of 15, 136 yards and 3 scores. That will go out of bounds. On the other side, and Serena Smith 24 yards rushing in the first half. Trevor O'Brien was 4 of 19, 64 yards. And Dante Cheney 2 of 4 for 56 yards in the first half. Jordan Barnett had 2 receptions. Leisure had a couple of receptions as well. And Jay Smith, by the way, also led Rose-Hulman in receiving.
I think we just lost the referee's mic. Ball went out of bounds, goes to the 35.
Okay. Well, we'll have to just read his hand signals. All right, 1st and 10, football at the 25. Robertson will hand it off to Ruperta. Ruperta dropped back after a gain of a yard.
So if you're Rose-Hulman, you run the ball?
Run. Unless I'm at 3rd and long, I'm going to keep running it.
There's Grant's numbers for you.
Gain on the play, 2nd down 10 for the Raiders.
Ruperta, a senior at 5'10", 210. He, along with Jay Smith, have carried the load here this afternoon. Now they're going to pass. Robertson has a man at the 50. It's going to be caught. First down into Manchester territory. That'll be Daniel Hurry on the reception.
That's caught by number 2, Daniel Hurry.
Put it at the 48-yard line. See, that's why I shouldn't call plays. I say run, they pass.
Yeah.
I say pass, they run.
I understand.
I know you like the onside kick a lot.
Yes, I do.
Hands off to Ruperta once again. Gets ahead to about the 42.
Number 6.
Your Purdue Boilermakers coming up here in about 5 minutes. I'll have to make sure we tune into that.
Brings up 2nd down 4 for the Fighting Engineers.
I hate to go an afternoon without knowing how Purdue is doing. 2nd down at about 4. Robertson has time. Now has to get out of there. Can't. He's going to get dropped back at the 45. Give the sack there to Sam Huffman.
Good play.
Robertson is dropped in the backfield by number 97, Sam.
See, that Robertson I think he just holds onto the ball a little bit too long.
Yeah, I think so. You're right. And got a little bit of happy feet there, too.
Yeah. By the way, the division series going on in Major League Baseball as well.
Baltimore plays today.
Right now, down 2-1 in the bottom of the 4th inning.
In Baltimore.
Robertson to throw. Behind the receiver. Reaches out, makes the catch. Look out, Hobbs. Hobbs caught at the 20-yard line.
Boy, what a catch.
Boy, he had to adjust big time
Midway.
to get that football.
Yes, sir.
Number 4, Jalen Hobbs on the reception. He's brought down by number 15.
Hobbs came into this one with 26 receptions. Take another look at it.
Boy, that's a great play.
And then to get by the defender.
We talked about that in the pregame, how good of hands he has.
Here's the handoff to Jay Smith. He'll get to about the 13.
Number 1, Jay Smith on the carry, brought down by number 13, Jalen Grimes, number 15, Jamal Hubbard.
Yeah, when I think about Rose-Hulman in that first half, I mean, I don't think they played quite as well as they had hoped, but still to think that you're up 37-7.
Well, you got to keep moving the ball. You got to keep scoring.
Smith again on the carry. He'll be brought down after a gain to about the 11.
Number 1, Jay Smith on the carry. He's met by the left side of the Spartan line.
So right now, Smith and Ruperta sharing the carries today. Ruperta came in this ball game with 74. Smith had only carried the football 41 times in the first 4 games. Robertson rolls. Gets a ball knocked down, intercepted.
What a play.
That's Jaquan Williams, and tell you what, right there, Robertson probably should have just thrown that out of bounds.
This is athletic move I've seen. This is fantastic move. What a play for the defense.
Well, that stops that drive. And coming out as the quarterback is going to be Chaney once again. So Chaney starts here in the second half. First turnover tonight, should say this afternoon, by Rose-Hulman.
Oh, that ball took a long time to get back there.
Sailed off the center's hands. It's going to be Jalen Love on the carry, and he might get back to the line of scrimmage. I'm like you, that thing just kind of floated.
Yeah.
He's got to get it back there quicker. See if he can pick up. That's going to be, actually is the starter, Connor Hinman, at 6 foot 275.
I think it might have just bounced off the leg.
I don't think so. I think he just kind of hung it. Really going to have to fire that thing back there so Chaney can get the offense going. That'll throw it. See, did it again. Chaney gets rid of it, and that is going to be incomplete. No flags are down, I can see. Read the intended receiver, but there is a flag in the backfield. Personal foul against Rose-Hulman.
Intentional grounding. Roughing the passer.
Yeah. So that'll be an automatic first down. So the Fighting Engineers and had a chance to make it 3rd and long. Now you're looking at a first down.
The roughing the passer penalty gives the Spartans first down.
Give us a little bit of
32-yard line.
mojo.
Football just shy of the 32. So first down and 10 as we're at 10:41 to go here in the third quarter.
Again.
Another high snap. Chaney's going to keep it. Trying to get to the edge and will dive out of bounds. Did he go out of bounds at what, the 37-yard line?
Number 14, Dante Chaney on the carry.
Pretty quick. I like his footwork.
And it will be second down and 5 for the Spartans.
Second down and 5. See Jalen Love back in the ball game. The senior at 5'6", 190 pounds.
If you're new to college football, you run out of bounds, the clock will restart once the ball is established from the line of scrimmage.
Here's the pitch to Love.
Nice block.
Love out to the 40. So it'll be third down at about 2.
Number 2, Jalen Love on the carry, brought down by number 37, Jacob Field. Brings up third down.
Give Jacob Fields the credit for the tackle for Rose-Hulman.
Colton Reeves made a nice block to free that up.
A lot of time coming off the clock each and every play here for Manchester. They'll look to throw. Sideline and out of the reach of the intended receiver, a little bit too high. That is Ethan Skinner, the tight end. So now you're 4th and 2.
Punt formation.
Now, that's what is a little bit surprising to me a little bit, is that you're down by 30. You went for it in the first half at 4th down and long. You're 4th down and 2 here. Why don't you go for it? I need an answer from you.
I'll give you an answer tomorrow. I'm writing one down right now.
Thank you.
Oh,
that's going to be a shank off the side of his foot, and I think it went out of bounds here in the near sideline.
One goes out of bounds.
I'm going to put it at the 35.
It will be Rose-Hulman ball, first
So
down and 10.
Robertson will be back out after he had the last pass he tried intercepted. $9:15 remaining now in the third. Robertson, the 6'4", 200-pound senior. Purdy gets the call again over the right side, and a tough 4 yards on that one.
Watch your favorite team on HCAC TV. We'll have football for you, soccer, volleyball, basketball. Got it all. Looking forward to basketball season.
Me too. 2nd down and 6. Ruperta once again.
Ran into a brick wall there.
Then he got a yard out of it. So now we're going to call it 3rd down and 5.
Brought down by number 9, Jaquan Williams. Brings up 3rd down and 5 for Rose.
Robertson out of the shotgun, 2 receivers. Puts this one high in the air, and that's going to be knocked away at the last second. Victoriano, Yandel Victoriano there to knock it away.
It will be 4th down
So now 4th down, and here comes the punting unit. See, I didn't like that play.
Well, I think you, I thought you would go for the first down.
Yeah, get the first down and then go from there.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, punt. 1, 2, 3, punt.
Spartans will have 2 men deep. Dave Paul will be one of those, wearing number 6.
That's a nice boot.
Going to take a nice bounce, too, and going out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. So that's where Manchester will take over, 1st and 10.
At their own 12-yard line.
Plus we'll see, I'm sure, a lot of different players. Chaney's going to come back out. He may finish out this game. I thought he played well the last time we were here, as you mentioned earlier. O'Brien had the one drive in the first half. Other than that, struggled here this afternoon. And Serena Smith back in as the lone setback. So 1st and 10, Spartans at their own 12. You really see the wind blowing down there on the field too, can't you?
Yes, sir.
Well, that snap took a while to get to him, and Looks like it's going to be a quarterback keeper by Cheney, and there's just nowhere to go.
With that snap being slow like that, it gives Rose-Hulman a good second, maybe a half second head start.
I agree. And then your quarterback's reaching for the ball, trying to get it a little bit quicker, and throws his timing off a little bit as well. So it'll be second down. We'll call it second down and 10. Trips to the near side, including Duriel Moss. Red is on the near side as well. High snap again. Rolling and throwing away. Just a good play there by Cheney because he had a defensive player bearing down on him pretty quickly.
He was breathing down his throat, that's for sure. Third down here.
That was Peyton Grenowitz, number 34, the defensive end. Boy, now you're down at third and long. Jordan Barnett coming back in. Barnett had a big catch earlier in the game.
Wind's picked up a little bit.
It has.
I noticed that our camera guys are wearing their winter coats.
Yeah. Chilly upstairs. Spartans taking a lot of time again as the play clock is down to 8. Stack trips near side. They'll look to throw. Here comes the blitz, and he just got rid of it. And there was really nobody even close, but the blitz was coming. And now they'll have to punt it away. See? They blitz.
Yes, sir.
Well, Manchester will give up the football. Aiden Beachy out of Tuscola, Illinois. Well, depending if you get a good kick here, that's going to be a big help, but Rose-Hulman's going to get excellent field position. Beachy's had his issues with getting off a clean kick. This time puts it high in the air, end over end, and there will be a return. Dashing to the near side will be Hurry. Hurry back to the right. He's run about 60 yards, and he's going to get a decent return down to the 30.
Yeah, you only get credit. You don't get credit for all 60, though.
Manchester has a man down here on special teams. We don't see a return man go left, right, left, and right that often. Not sure who the injured player is there for the Spartans.
We'll have football for you next week on the HCAC.TV network. Also, volleyball for you. If you're an Indiana high school fan, the sectional draw tomorrow.
Tomorrow night, 7 o'clock.
Week 9 next week for high school football.
And then we begin the debate on the sectionals that are the tougher ones to get out of, right?
Yes.
And then we get into the debate on why we don't seed the tournament.
Yes.
And then we get into the debate on where some of them are and things like that. So you get the whole gamut when you get the draw.
Yeah. Yep. Me, I just happy to going to be able to watch it.
There you go.
I'm speechless. You know, if you're Manchester here with 6:59, Rose, I'm sorry, if you're Rose here, run clock, right?
Well, I thought that a little bit ago, but they were throwing the football a lot. I think they'd like to get a couple of more scores, get their frontliners out of there. Ball's going to be caught by Jalen Hobbs. He'll be brought down at the 20. Nice pass by Robertson. The injured player, by the way, was number 63, Aiden Pells, out of Fort Wayne Snyder. I think from a first-team offensive standpoint right here for Rose-Hulman, I think they'd like to get a couple more series in and try to work on some things.
A little bit crisper.
Yeah, just sharpen some things up a little bit. First down and 10. Again, the football at the 20. Hand off Smith. Smith takes a hard hit inside the 20 to about the 17. He'll get 3 on that one.
Number 1, Jay Smith on the carry, brought down by number 6, Ryan Balter, number 15.
Some of the crowd has left here this afternoon, but still the hardcore fans in the stands here this afternoon on this homecoming Saturday. Second down, Smith gets the call again. Smith will be hauled down at about the 13-yard line.
Number 1, Jay Smith on the carry, brought down by number 15, Jamal Hubbard. Brings up third down.
So it's going to be third down and 3. Two receivers split wide to the right. Handoff, Smith once again. Almost ran into his tight end as he dives across the 10 to the 8-yard line. Good enough for a first down.
Mount St. Joseph leading Defiance 56-7.
It is enough for a first down to be first down and goal.
Try to keep you up to date on some of the scores.
So first down and goal now from the 9-yard line. Robertson feels the heat from behind, gets rid of it. It'll be incomplete, intended there for Ben Klein.
Got a flag.
Yep.
Incomplete. Brings up second down and goal.
Good job there by Robertson just to feel it coming from behind, and it may be against Rose, and it is.
Holding.
So the penalty will be marked off to the 19. And it remains first down.
Ball on the penalty if he rolls the ball first down and goal at the 19.
Franklin leaves Anderson 21-6. That is at halftime.
Robertson to throw again. Looking, now gets rid of it, and to the back of the end zone intended for Ben Klein, and it is incomplete. Well, he really holds on to that football. Kind of makes me nervous if I were his head coach. He's going to take a few hits if you don't get rid of that ball faster. So second down and 19. Robertson gives it off to Smith, and he hurdles one player and dives ahead back to the 13-yard line. So it'll be third down.
Jay Smith on the carry. Brings up third down and goal at the 13.
Looking at third down and goal now from the 13-yard line. Robertson will add trips to the right. Smith is his lone setback, single receiver to the near side. Robertson, here they come, gets rid of it, wobbly and picked off. Another interception, fumbled out of bounds. Jamal Hubbard will get the interception, but again, Robertson just holding onto that ball a little bit too long.
Number 15, Jamal Hubbard.
Defense played well there.
Interception, ball goes over. It will be Spartans ball, first down and 10.
So Manchester will get it back with 3:58 to go here in the third. Look at Dante Cheney making his way back out once again. See, they make a lot of adjustments.
Oh, they had 12 guys on the field and was not called.
He is now out of bounds. And around here on the near side, and not much there for, looks like Moss on the carry, Duriel Moss.
Number 4, Duriel Moss Jr. on their carry.
They're going to say maybe a yard on that carry. It'll be second down and 9.
Second down and 9 for the Spartans.
So you look at that play clock, it's now down to 16. Isn't bad so far, but by the time they get the snap, they're generally under 10.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, that time
that false
the center,
start.
yeah. See, the center didn't even get the snap out that time. They already started moving.
Oh, that hurts.
Back to the 12. So 2nd and 14. Cheney again with one in the backfield. Looks to throw. Here comes the pressure. Gets rid of it to the far sideline, and it's up for grabs.
Intercepted.
And intercepted the other way. After it was tipped, intercepted by Adam Field. So Manchester giving it right back.
No score in this quarter, but both teams giving each other up 3 and outs and turnovers.
And it'll make the difference when you look at Rose-Hulman, whether they stay in that upper echelon. Is again, when you think about Robertson holding onto the football a little bit too long, there are going to be a couple of teams in there going to give him some fits. And the type of pressure they can put on him, Robertson will keep it himself and gets ahead to about the 44.
Number 10 to go, Robertson on the carry, brought down by number 6, Ryan Balser.
So the Manchester offense
Number 6, Dave Paul.
only able to produce anything once again. Last time we were here, they scored the first 7.
Second down, 4 for Rose.
7 here today. It won't be enough, though, as the ball is going to be caught by Hobbs, trying to make a move to the outside, down at the 35.
Ball caught by number 4, Jalen Hobbs. He is brought down by number 7.
It's kind of watching the Manchester offense when they come off the field, and they really don't even gather together. Anybody around a coach, there's one coach there, but he's talking to one player. But they really don't talk about much of anything on the sideline. Eric James is a senior out of Decatur Central. He is warming up. So it'll be 2nd down at about 8. Robertson to throw, has a man there, and just off the fingertips of Jalen Hobbs.
Another 5 yards, he would have got that, right?
Yeah.
Brings up 3rd down and 8 for Rose.
I like that play for Rose. Take a little shot toward the end zone.
I think you just got to get out of the field and go over and do it. Okay, thank you.
So it'll be 3rd down and 8. Daniel Hurry to the right. Single receiver, that'll be Brandon Green here on the near side. Robertson will hand it off. It'll be Ruperta to the outside. Trying to get to that 1st down marker, will not do so as he's driven out of bounds at the 28-yard line.
Number 6, Grant Ruperta on the carry. He is run out of bounds.
So you're looking at 4th down and about 4.
4th down and 3.
Looks like they're going to go ahead and go for it. Boy, nobody scored in this quarter.
Nope.
Fake the handoff. Fires this one and a little bit too hard. And it was intended there for Brandon Green. And the Rose-Hulman offense unable to do anything with it. And Manchester will take over on downs. Iowa ran for a 67-yard touchdown against Purdue, and they lead 7-0. I do want to know that. Anytime that Iowa scores, let me know.
I just like to know. I just like to know who's bringing that information.
That young man right there. Good job.
All the way down.
No, right here.
Yeah, I think he wants to work for IndianaSRN. It looks like he didn't get a job.
Well, the good team plays later. That's Michigan. So
Michigan State?
Michigan. We'll be home just in time to see it, too. The pitch, halfback attempt, and then just chucking this one up in the air. That was a dangerous play by Jalen Love.
Pass goes incomplete.
By the way, again, as I mentioned, we saw the new quarterback warming up on the sideline. That's Eric James. He's a senior out of Decatur Central.
Extend the leg so that expansion is not.
Jalen only goes about 5'6". You get in his face. That's the one thing quarterbacks hate the most. Now he's not a quarterback, but if you get in a quarterback's face, they really can't perform. And he had some big guys coming after him. Trips to the near side. You're not upset about that Purdue score?
No,
right?
not at all.
Okay,
I'm fine.
Good. I don't want it to bother you the rest
it's
of the
early.
game. James will throw. Ball caught over the middle. That'll be red on the carry, or should I say on the reception. He'll get to about the 41. You have basketball to look forward to.
Number 88, Kenny
You just think you're ahead of Indiana
Number 54,
in the standings.
Yeah.
And a number of Rose-Hulman engineers.
It's going to be a first down. They'll actually mark it just shy of the 41 by maybe a couple of inches.
Play clock to 14.
They've generally been pretty consistent running this thing down under 10, so it takes a long time for them to get to what they want, and there's some confusion here in what they want to set up, and I think they just barely got that off. Handoff will go to Jalen Love, and he's going to lose some yards here. See, I think it's just taking them too long to get the play in.
Number 2, Jalen Love is brought down.
They have 40 seconds, and they're still looking to the sidelines at 10.
Yeah.
And loss on the play brings up.
So now you're looking at 2nd and 12. Actually closer to 13 on this one. 4 seconds remaining, and they're going to let time run out here in the third. Nobody scored in this quarter.
So we go to quarter number 4, 37-7. Third quarter, no scores. Very interesting quarter.
I want to know where our producer went. Hannah, what's is he a union guy? What is he going to do? 3 quarters or what?
Mount St. Joseph is leading Defiance at the end of 3. Hanover, Bluffton don't have a score for that, and Franklin and Anderson. Franklin leads 21-16.
All right. Get a chance. We'll update you on some of the other scores. We mentioned a little bit ago, Purdue is losing. In case you missed it.
Yeah, I don't think anybody missed it. How's LSU doing today?
LSU is winning over Missouri 42-39 in the fourth quarter. By the way, Oklahoma is going to beat Texas. There's 2 seconds remaining. 34-30 in that one. All those that thought Texas was going to be close to number 1 team, I guess you can forget it. In fact, that is the end of that one. So Oklahoma gets the big win. Ohio State won today over Maryland, 37-17, and LSU, that is now a final, beating Missouri 49-39. Manchester throws over the middle, ball caught again by Red, and he'll be brought down around the 45. Some extracurricular activity behind the play. Austin Ellis coming up off the pile, and he and Granowitz getting tangled up. And we got a player down now for Rose-Hulman. Game's underway now in the second. UCLA leading Washington 6-3. Florida State leading Virginia Tech 6-0. Alabama, Texas A&M, they are now underway in the first. And North Carolina leading Syracuse 3-0. Another big matchup coming up later tonight. Most of these, in fact, all these games are later this evening. Georgia hosting Kentucky. It's number 1 against number 20. Number 2, Michigan on the road at Minnesota. Number 16, Ole Miss will be hosting Arkansas. 10th rated Notre Dame will be at number 25, Louisville. That's a 7:37 start time coming up this evening.
National TV.
Yep, on ABC. Miami hosting Georgia Tech. Fresno State is at Wyoming. Oregon State is at California. Arizona is at USC.
Now, that Wyoming game, that's on like at 2 a.m. our time, right?
No, they're 2 hours behind us. That'll be in Fox at 8 o'clock Eastern.
Okay.
You'll get to see where legends are made.
No, the Purdue games started at
Right
3:30.
You know, I figured out why I can't find it, because it's like on Peacock, of all things.
Purdue?
Yeah.
They are?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm looking for it, and I'm like...
I tell you what, though, if you own a TV station, you can put football on all the time.
All the time. Third down following the injury. We'll resume play here at Manchester University. Throw out in the flat, and the ball caught again by Red. I'll tell you right now, Eric James might be your guy.
It will be first down and 10 Spartan at the Rose-Hulman 45-yard line.
I'm sure there's some festivities in Manchester tonight with being homecoming. The band will play after the game.
Yeah.
That's always a tradition.
First down at the 45. See, the play clock is now down to 4, and they have no idea what to do, so they have to call a timeout. A lot of confusion there.
Keith Myers, Vice President of IndianaSRN. Thanks for joining us. Do you know IndianaSRN broadcasts 350 games a year? All sorts of sports? Yeah, we do. Hard to believe, isn't it? IndianaSRN loves to put student athletes first on our website. If you're a business out there, we probably could help you too. Contact us at coach@indianasrn.org. Grandma from out of state thanks you. Mom and Dad who can't get to the game thanks you as well. In fact, our athletes watch the games over and over again. Our military has enjoyed the games as well. So sit back and enjoy the game. It's IndianaSRN.
You know, I was watching the cheerleader do the flips down there. I haven't seen anybody do that since you did it.
Yeah,
this
I
morning.
did 36 at one time.
Yeah,
it was amazing.
When you found out you're getting some M&Ms.
Yeah, especially the peanut ones.
Exactly. Manchester to throw, and boy, I tell you what, he's having a good second half. Red catches another one.
Pass is complete to number 8.
Eric James listed at 5'11" and only 160 pounds. But he is now leading Manchester here in the fourth quarter.
Second down and
So let's call it second down here as the football again at the 40.
Maybe he's the man.
Well, you're thinking that if you have two juniors behind him, you're hoping that they would, certainly one of those guys would step up. And
he's a Decatur Central alumni.
Yeah, but it may be the senior. Here comes the pressure, throws it out in the flat, incomplete. Love, the intended receiver, but boy, they had Marshall Cook was coming down on Love right there. It would have been a tough play either way, so it's going to be third down and 5.
You mentioned earlier he's 5'11", 160.
I always wonder when the last time that we were 5'11", 160. Been a while.
Yeah. My game weight's a little bit more than that.
Play clock now to 10 once again. James to throw to the sideline and knocked away at the last moment.
Oh, late flag. Not necessary. Stop.
Brings up third down
Well, if
and
it's,
5.
I don't know. Again, we'll wait and see what happened, but
they're going to call it on Manchester.
Against Manchester. So that'll back him up. Of course, we had the official with the mic on in the first half. We do not hear in the second half.
The win.
Is it the wind?
Oh, yeah.
Penalty will bring up fourth down.
Or the battery went dead.
That could be, too. That wind is going to wreak havoc on the gas mileage on the way home for your Uber driver, won't it?
Well, she's going to go. We're going. It's behind us, so we'll do really well.
Really?
Yeah, she'll pick up about.
He
20.
will be behind us?
Yeah, she'll go 35, 40 miles an hour faster.
There's a block. And Rose is going to get it at the 47-yard line. We've seen that earlier today as well.
Blocked in the backfield. Recovered by Rose. It will be.
In that case, you can just put up the sails
First down and 10.
Use wind power. Or you could stand on the.
No.
The Spartan 47-yard line.
No, that's not an option.
It'd be a lot quieter in the car.
Would it be?
Yeah.
You know, I could go to sleep back in the car.
All right, first down for Rose-Hulman. They're not scored here in the second half. We're still at 37-7. Robertson will hand off to Smith. Smith inside the 45, down to the 42.
Number 1, Jay Smith on the carry, brought down by number 51, Devontae Moore, and number 90.
You know, if you go to sleep, though, on the way home, you miss your wife and I solving all the world's problems.
Yeah, you guys do a good job doing that all by yourselves.
Yeah. Clock coming up on 12 minutes here in this one. Two receivers here to the near side. Robertson will hand it off. Sweep around the left. It'll be Smith on the carry, and he's going to be very close to the first down.
Number 1, Jay Smith on the carry. He is smacked by number 97, Sam Huffman.
Mentioned Jay Smith, only at 180 pounds at 5'9".
Brings up third
We're
down
going to
and
talk
1.
about a 3rd and 1 here instead of a first down as they put the football just shy of the 37.
Manchester will travel to Hanover next week.
So 3rd down. Robertson hands off to Ruperta. Ruperta gets a first down and more inside the 20 to about the 19.
Number 6.
Probably his best run of the day.
Grant Ruperta on the carry, brought down by number 3, and Del Victoriano. That is enough for a Engineers first
Another
down.
player is down,
First down and
this time
10.
for Manchester. That might be Victoriano, who just made the tackle. They're going to actually put that football at the 18-yard line. And that'll stop the clock at 11:01 to go here in this 4th quarter. We'll take a timeout.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
You have an update?
I do. Rose-Hulman leads Defiance.
Yep.
To nil.
Nil.
In soccer.
Yes, nil. It's never 0 in soccer. It's always nil. And you're playing not on a field. You're playing on a pitch. Very good.
What is it called?
A pitch.
I don't know. You don't pitch in
baseball.
soccer.
Here's Ruperta on the carry inside the 15. He'll get close to the 13.
You throw the ball in baseball. You don't pitch.
No, you pitch in baseball, but you play on a pitch in soccer.
Why do they call it a pitch?
I don't know.
Number 6, Ruperta.
Never asked.
Hey, why don't we ask? And someone can tweet me.
Okay.
At IndianaSRN. Why do they call it a pitch?
Or you could Google it right now and find out.
Well, I could, but it wouldn't be any fun if I didn't get any texts.
And if you don't get any texts,
I know
anyway,
no one's
what are you
listening
gonna
to
do?
me.
They're probably wondering why you're talking about soccer during a football game.
Well, okay.
2nd down and 5.
You're just giving me all kinds of grief today.
Smith in the backfield. Robertson will give it to Smith up the middle. Boy, head on as he gets down to the 5-yard line. He's running hard, trying to get another score here in the 4th. He'd be good enough for a first down.
Very impressive game. I mean, not crisp, but, did just enough to handle that.
And it's also called football, not soccer, if you really want to get down to it.
Football?
Football.
Okay.
Not football, football.
Okay. I know they don't wear cleats.
Oh, some of them do, yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah.
They call them boots.
Handoff will be Smith over the left side, and I believe he's going to get into the end zone for the score. Well, why did they call them boots? I mean, why did they call it cleats?
Is in for the Rose-Hulman touchdown.
My scoreboard doesn't say anything in the third quarter, but it says a 1-yard run in
43-7. Now the extra point. It is on the way, and it is good. 9:26 to go here in the 4th, 44-7.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want. 9:26 to go here in the 4th, and you have an answer.
We'll wait till the kickoff.
All right. We're going to find out why it's called a pitch in football. It will be a return for Manchester. In the ball game, number 84 making the return here this afternoon, Khalil Williams. Take a look at the score first, and then we'll find out more about football. Nice hard run.
Makes that score 44-7.
All right, Mr. Trivia, why is football played on a pitch?
Well, I'll tell you. This is why we call a soccer field a pitch, is because they actually called it, the pitch was actually called because of cricket, the game cricket.
Yeah, and they played on those fields.
They played on those fields, and they were called pitches. So the earlier soccer games were also played on the cricket field. That's why it's called a pitch.
Find out why it's called a cricket, though. Why is the game called cricket?
I can't give
I think of cricket as a bug.
First of all, I drove 4 hours with you today. I'm trying to
it only took us an hour and a half to get here.
It seemed like 4 hours to me.
First down and 10. Football at the 23. Trips right. Swing pass out on the flat, ball caught. And across the 30 and driven out of bounds on the far side.
Our that-a-boy word, though, should have to go to Landon from Rose-Hulman because he left early today, took a boat, crossed the river to get here. And Claire, we got to give Claire another attaboy too, because halftime meal today, the little chicken nuggets.
Get one.
You didn't get the chicken nugget meal?
Nope.
Oh, Aaron, sorry.
Aaron gets no respect, do you? Whatever your name is.
Hey, you.
Second down and 3.
Aaron will never want us back.
No. James will fake the handoff. The pitch will go to Moss around the right side, close to the first down.
Did you hear that whistle?
I did.
Okay.
So what's your name again?
Aaron.
And that is enough for a Manchester Spartan.
2 busiest SIDs.
You know,
they are very, very busy.
And they need to tell Aaron, don't feel bad. I've been working for Keith for 4 years. You still don't know my name.
That's right, Jim. Right you are, Jim.
So that'll be good enough for first down.
Do you know what our public address announcer is?
Do I know his name?
Yeah.
No.
It's Sir.
Sir.
Uh-huh.
Sir public address announcer?
Yes.
First down. See, and here's some confusion again on where you want to line up.
Down to 3.
So he didn't even know if he's supposed to come out of the game, and so Manchester has to call another timeout.
Down to 1.
Texas A&M and Alabama. Your name is Spartan PA guy? That's the way to keep it simple. So when you get pulled over, you just hand your, yeah, they know. So that's good.
Well, he owns all of Manchester. I mean, look at that outfit today. He cleaned up. I love it.
Yeah, not bad at all.
I noticed you were wearing your game shorts again this week.
I do, yeah. Promo this game, will you?
Okay, next week we'll be in Rose-Hulman. It's a 1 o'clock start as they take on the Beavers of Bluffton. That's next Saturday, 1:30. Also, we got volleyball for you next Saturday, 5 p.m. Defiance taking on Rose-Hulman. That's a very tough volleyball conference as well. Good volleyball in the Heartland.
I would know. I never get to go to those games.
Well, you're not Mr. Volleyball. You're Mr. Football.
All right, following the timeout, 1st and 10 at the 35. Moss in motion. And the handoff, and nothing there. That's going to be a loss of yardage. Look like number 30 on the carry, Isaac Bodkins. He's out of Decatur, went to Belmont High School.
We'll be here at Manchester a couple more times this year.
You know, we're not that far away from, as you said earlier, basketball.
Yeah.
College teams have already started practicing.
No, start Thursday.
Oh, they've been going already. You know
well,
that.
Of course they have. But
looking to throw is James. Over the middle. Favorite receiver so far today is Red. Close to the first down.
He's got over 100 yards, does he not?
I'm not sure. He's had a good second half, though, and though James has not gotten his team into the end zone, he is actually playing pretty well. Ethan Skinner, the tight end, back in the lineup. So 3rd down and 1. Play clock down to 6 now. They did get it off with 1 second. James will throw, and it's going to be dropped.
Pass goes incomplete, brings up 4th down and 1 for Manchester.
He only has 44 yards of reception. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Knucklehead.
4th down and 1.
Rose just scored again, 3-0.
Rose just scored again, made it 3-0 on the pitch.
On the pitch. For those of you who don't know, that's football. There was no time left on the clock. They're going to let him go on this one, though, as he just kind of swings it.
Intercepted.
It's going to be intercepted at the 50. Boy, James was backpedaling on that one.
Pass intercepted by number 10.
Really didn't get much on the throw.
Threw off the back foot.
First down and 10, Rose-Hulman.
Stephen Pugh out of Tacoma, Washington there on the INT.
You have to pick impact player of the game.
Yes, you do.
Oh, I do?
Yes.
No, I don't.
It's always up to you.
It's a team effort.
And
I tell you what,
we're going to announce, since I'm part of the team, you get to do it.
Well, we'll just let Jerry pick an impact player of the game.
He looks thrilled about doing it too.
He just named him.
Aaron and Landon?
Yeah.
6:11 remaining. New quarterback in the lineup and even a new running back. And your new quarterback is going to be Rick Easterwood out of Bakersfield, California.
Number 26, Josh Pearson on the carry. He's brought down by
I'm sure Mom and Dad are watching tonight.
Gain of 8 on the play. Second
Josh
down, 2
Pearson,
for
the running back, a sophomore out of Columbus, Ohio. You know, this is always an interesting situation when you bring in a second or third team player and they want to make an impact because they want to get some more playing time.
You can't tell them not to score. You can't tell them not to run.
Yeah.
You got to just keep playing.
Just over 5 minutes remaining. Nice run up the middle and all the way down to about the 30-yard line. Once again, number 26 on this one, Josh Pearson.
Rose-Hulman just scored again in soccer to make it 4-0.
Very rare do you see two scores that quickly.
That men's team is now pretty good now.
Yeah, they are.
8 minutes left in the first half. Soccer championships on IndianaSRN.
They are.
Yes, sir.
First down at the 30.
A lot of games left to be played, though.
Yes, there are. Pearson again on the carry. Big time scrum there at the 25.
26, Josh Pearson on the carry. Brought down by number 51.
The band's never stopped playing.
Nope. I think they should play more during the action.
Oh,
like they do in the Big Ten. You know, they never stop.
That would drive you nuts, though, wouldn't it?
I mean, you me personally, or would it drive me nuts as a player?
As a player.
Nah.
No?
They don't pay any attention.
You don't think they hear it?
No.
Okay.
You're out there playing, you don't hear much of anything.
I used to hear the coach all the time.
Well, I know he was always yelling at you. 2nd down and 5. Keith, get off the field. Handoff once again up the middle. They're going to feed him steadily. That's going to be Pearson once again.
Number 26, Josh Pearson on the carry.
Is that how he thought your name was? Of course you can't come in? Is that what, he didn't know your name was Keith Myers. Of course you can't come in.
No, my coach would say, not now.
Not
now.
Keith, not now.
I did get to play once. Didn't take long before I got out, but I did get to play once.
You got one play.
Well, it's not even a play. It was like, timeout.
Getting him back off the field, yeah. First down and 10. Football at the 19-yard line. Going to run it again. Short run here to about the 15-yard line. Josh Pearson, we mentioned a sophomore, 185 pounds, and another player down for Manchester.
Number 6, Dave Paul.
2:51 remaining.
Gain of 3 on the play brings up 2nd down 7.
Trying to get you updated perhaps on some scores that are going on right now.
The Spartan Pride Marching Band will present its 5th quarter.
Focus
show right
specifically, if we can, on the
I wanna say
top
watch
25.
They will present
Get you up down a couple of scores that are
halftime show
already
and some
in
of
the
their
books.
favorite tunes.
A if we can get it to turn over.
Rose-Hulman now will go 2-0 in the conference. Again, next week they play Bluffton. Mount St. Joseph looks like they're going to win today. They'll be 2-0. Franklin was leading. Looks like they'll go 2-0. We will, after week 4, we'll know a little bit the direction it's going to go.
Yep, they'll separate themselves. North Carolina now leading Syracuse 10-0. Alabama leading Texas A&M 10-3. Florida State over Virginia Tech 15-0. UCLA leading Washington State 6-3. Those are the only teams in top 25 play in action at the moment. Coming up on our final 2:30 of this one. All but 7 points scored in the first half. Pearson will stay in as the lone setback. Pearson will actually be a quarterback keeper on this one, and he will get inside the 10. Another player slow to get up. I'll take that back. It actually will be Pearson who got the call.
Josh Pearson on the carry.
So we'll put the football at about the 8-yard line.
First down and goal at the 8-yard line.
Chance once again for Rose-Hulman to get another 6-7 on the board.
It looks like
Now
they
they're
may
going to kneel
do
on
the
it.
old kneel.
Yep, they're just going to kneel on it right here and run out the remainder of this one. As you mentioned, they're going to go to 2-0 in the conference and 3-2 overall. Manchester will fall to 0-5, 0-2 in the conference. You can go to the Manchester website, get all the latest stats on this game as well.
Good sportsmanship here, don't you think?
Yeah. There's no need to put any more
Excellent.
points on the board. Now, if they would have scored somewhere out here, that's different.
Yeah.
You get inside the red zone, and you're up 37. No need to do anything at this point. So they'll kneel on it right there, and may have to do it just one more time, and we'll be finished here this afternoon. Marching band will make their way down on the field as well, as they'll play when this one is over.
They'll have a little concert.
Yep.
And that will do it.
So your final score here this afternoon. Rose-Hulman 44, Manchester 7. And as Keith had mentioned, next week he will be, or somebody's going to be over in Rose-Hulman when they take on Bluffton in our HCAC football game of the week next week.
I want to thank our director, Jerry Collins, on the 1 and 2s, Sticks and Justin on our camera. I want to thank you for tuning in today as well. If you have any questions or comments about our coverage, send us an email, coach@IndianaSRN. There's the final score, 44-7.